over 50 million views. You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show.
I hope you hang your mother. This country sucks! This place sucks! CNN masturbated all fucking day. Dude, I will eat your fucking asshole out and then spit it into your mouth, baby bird style. Who wants to go? Call the show. I'll fuck your ass! I want to kill myself! If I think it sucks, I tell you!
The Joe Cronin Show.
Smackdown Live, baby, yeah! We're going to talk about Smackdown Live in just a second here. Let's get settled in. Let's get everything right. Let's get everything right with the world. Let's get the headphones on. Remember how Ric Flair would say world? He'd say, right with the world. Like he would say world really weird. That's one of those words that, you know, that Ric Flair would, you know, accentuate in a weird way. But I am just correcting some audio issues here on my end. And while I do that, I guess I can give you Jake DeMarco, who can give you his, I guess, initial thoughts on SmackDown. If you'd like, Jake, I guess I'll be right there.
Yeah, tonight was a better show overall than what we've gotten recently, at least the last few weeks. The first hour was certainly stronger than the second hour, but all in all, still a pretty entertaining show.
Oh, my bad. Here comes a donation. Hang on one second. It looks like it's an easy one, though. I meant to pause them real quick. Michael Canini, baby. Give me that Canini. We got Michael, thanks, man. He's just dropping $5 to say hello to us with the super chat, Michael. Much appreciated, bro.
What's going on, Michael?
But yes, Jake, I should be all set now, and you shouldn't.
All right. Yeah. It was a much better night, comparatively speaking. I mean, last night was abysmal to watch. Tonight, they focused on a lot of story, had some really good wrestling, so it was a nice mix between working to advance some feuds, start some others, give some justification, work somewhat towards the pay-per-view as well, all while giving us good wrestling. It seems like, you know, usually they can either do one or two of those things, but not all at once. Now, nothing was amazing, nothing was outstanding, but it was certainly entertaining. I really liked what Kofi had to say to start at the beginning of the night. This felt more like a WWE champion Kofi than the silly and comedic Kofi side that we typically get. Randy Orton was excellent here. I like that he went a little bit more sadistic without really having to cross a line. Just when you bring up someone's family, their kids, anything of that nature, it tends to usually, ruffle some feathers. So that alone was used very well. It was a great heel tactic from Randy. I wish they set up more of an attack backstage, or you had more of a plan in place than just simply waiting for Kofi to start hitting him. I mean, that's what we got out of that. Orton did get the upper hand only because, people in the back were trying to remove Kofi. I wish Orton had went ahead and planned an attack, with the revival, or had something in place or we
he
did
would have
see
get jumped like before he really. Yeah, it was all planned.
Yeah, exactly. Instead, we just see Randy kind of waiting there and starts getting punched repeatedly by Kofi. So it was a bit of an odd idea, but it worked well. I mean, everything he said, he got under the skin of Kofi, and he wants Kofi to become unhinged. And maybe it kind of was his plan because he wanted to isolate Kofi away from Big E. You know, that was their goal, so they can injure him later on. But, you know, like I said, once the family, you know, and his child was mentioned, and the way it was a letter, you know, I could see a kid doing something like that. You know, you're really bothering my dad. Please stop, that kind of thing. So it seemed believable. It's a line you don't want to cross as far as, you know, storytelling goes, and it worked well. So it gave a bit more oomph needed to this feud, made it a little bit more interesting. It was a good way to beat Kofi as well. So
it was. I thought there'd be more to it too. I was actually surprised. I thought they were really going to get into it, and then
because they have more time, we're going to get more coming up with this.
Right.
I think
Samoa Joe kind of did this with AJ, though. I mean, in a way.
Yeah, he did this and showed up at his house, and it's not unfamiliar territory at all. That's why it's not outstanding, but it definitely is better than what we had gotten. So
I might just have to go to New Hampshire and wave to all those little Triple H's.
Oh, Wendy.
No. I'll come in through the fireplace, Triple H, like Santa Claus to your little kids. No. Yeah, like I thought tonight was like all right in a way, but like I definitely I still don't really believe Kofi Kingston that much. He really just doesn't come across as much of a threat at all. I think he really, I don't know, man. It's just I've seen this storyline done a million times better, and I don't think I see his care for his kids the same way. Like I feel like somebody else, it was more urgent to jump out of the ring. He kind of,
he stood there a little too long, but
I would have been running.
It's where like Kevin Owens, you tell, is a really good father. He really cares. Same thing with AJ.
I mean, Kofi's
AJ
a really good father.
Family.
I'm not saying Kofi's not a really good father. He's just not as good of an actor.
Well, that level of believability, yeah.
I don't believe this stuff as much from Kofi.
Exactly. I'm not talking about real world. I'm talking about storyline.
God,
No, I'm talking all kayfabe wise. It just looked like he was more hesitant to leave the ring and run when, you know, that could have been recorded. And now I got Triple H in my head. Randy Orton could have already been there in the house, you know, or the hotel, excuse me. You know, but I'm wondering where they're going to go with it, and will it become more severe, because we have, you know, a decent amount of time until the pay-per-view still, so we've got a couple weeks to burn.
Right.
I imagine them tonight was kind of the starting point, the catalyst for them to jump off deeper into this. Hopefully, anyways, we'll see. But like you said, we've seen it better before, and that sums up WWE as a whole entirely. That's their mission statement at this point in time. You've seen it better elsewhere. That's the truth. I mean, sad to say that's how it is. Everybody earns and misses the Attitude Era or, you know, Ruthless Aggression for a reason, because it was just better then. They pulled it off, and they haven't been as interesting or compelling or riveting for a long time. And tonight, as much as they did give us good wrestling and a bit more story, like I said, comparatively a better show than the past few weeks, but in the grand scheme of things, still not great. Buddy Murphy against Ali, that was a really good match. I enjoyed what those two, you know, had to share with each other in the ring. The story they told, great, you know, in-ring work. Problem is that you've got Buddy Murphy on a rise, and Ali's been non-existent for a while, so it's a hard loss for either of them to take. And again, I wish this was later on in the King of the Ring tournament. I really think they could have switched up a few of these, you know, either first round or quarterfinal matches, and made it make a bit more sense later on, and have some of these feuds play out a bit longer, or at least give them more time. This should not have been, again, a opening round matchup.
Right.
And, you know, it'd be easy to rearrange a lot of what they've done to still get the same desired results. But, I mean, Murphy's been doing great. We've heard that he's impressing everyone in the back. I don't think this loss will hurt him drastically. But if this is kind of a stopping point or a speed bump for him, hopefully he can overcome it. Hopefully they continue to use him. But we see things like this. Somebody gets white hot. He's talked about, a little bit of buzz happens, and then they forget about him again. It's kind of a routine thing that happens with the creative and WWE higher ups. I think Buddy Murphy could really start to resonate with the fans and become something quite valuable. But they just have to put in a little bit more effort, a little bit of stock into his character.
Let me put a little effort into attempting to see if you can hear these sounds real quick. Hold on, let me see.
Super Chat Party.
Probably not.
This isn't Smackdown.
Not yet,
it's
but
Tuesday Night Raw. Joe and Jake, you guys are beasts though. Rycat still violating JDI.
Rycat. La la la. Spaz Phoenix, thank you for the $5 Canadian, man. What's up? Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of tonight, but they did some things. Like we'd have to really we're gonna keep going over it and talk about it. I was pretty much bored though, to be honest. Spaz Phoenix, thank you for the $5, man. Maybe we should start from the beginning, I guess. I don't know. Let's start from the beginning. We are starting from the beginning.
Yeah, I was going right to the top. So
yeah, I
went
would
right into Buddy Murphy.
I thought it was all right-ish, beginning, but not very. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm at a 4 out of 10 with this beginning. Whatever happens.
It was one of the better, examples of Kofi, I think. Usually he's a little bit more aloof. I mean, he was still pretty lackadaisical, but he seemed a bit more serious, especially when Orton showed up and then producing a letter from his child. Like you said, it took him a little bit longer to react, but at least he did react, and we got some type of emotion conveyed from him. Orton's been pretty good throughout this entire feud so far. I mean, unfortunately, I wish it didn't end the way it did at SummerSlam. That's been the real hang-up, and that's to no fault of either competitor. So I'm curious to see if they let Orton be a bit more sadistic here. I mean, he's singled out and destroyed the other two members of the New Day. All now is left for him is to destroy Kofi. It almost feels like insurmountable odds for Kofi to survive, since he has no backup, and the numbers game alone should immediately make Randy Orton champion. So we'll see if his reign continues. I'm not sure if he's got a hope and a dream or what, but
please no. I don't even care. I guess I really don't even care.
It's hard to. I mean,
I don't care who
I
wins
don't really
the
feel like
title.
Kofi's worked great as a champion. He's somebody. I hope Orton wins it because Kofi's better chasing. There's a lot. That's the problem with faces. It's you want to see them win, but it's hard to care about them once they've completed that task. Once they achieve their goal, unless they have a ton of character, you don't really find a reason to stay behind them.
Like if The Rock were the champion this long, that's okay, because he's like, well, I'm The Rock. You want a shot at the champ, The Rock's belt? People like that. Or even Stone Cold. He didn't have a lot of big runs with the title, but even Stone Cold, it's like Stone Cold didn't hold the belt these lengths of time, and it gets more boring.
No one did. When you look back, no one had lengthy runs with the belt, and that was by
Hulk
perfect
Hogan did.
design. No, well, I'm saying Attitude Era. You were talking about Rock and Stone Cold.
Oh, yeah.
At that point in time, it would kind of, they played hot potato with the belt quite a bit, actually, and it would change hands on TV at times.
Yeah,
but that was strictly by design. So no one person, weighed it down for too long. It still felt special when it changed hands, but it changed hands enough so that everyone got a little bit of the action. So there was constantly the chase happening. That was the most revered prize. Everybody wanted to be champion, so you got to see everybody be champion for a little bit, which also elevated the belt again. It was
too many belts.
multifaceted.
Too many belts, and when Brock's been the best at this so far, I think. And Daniel Bryan, the only time as soon as the belt started to mean something, because the way Daniel Bryan was made the new championship and talked about it the way he did and everything he did. It felt like Daniel Bryan should have been champion for a year, with that thing being you bunch of disgusting slobs in the crowd, and that type of stuff. That guy should have been weaseling his way out of losing the belt for 6 months to 8 months, and lost it to somebody, and it would have meant so much more. Unfortunately, they had to go with Kofi and cut, I think, his reign short.
Yeah.
And that was the most interesting heel that's held the belt since CM Punk held the WWE World Title. I think, unless I'm forgetting something. I mean,
no, you're pretty spot on with that, and like you said too, because Kofi wasn't the planned participant there, who wasn't the desired person in mind. It just fell into place that way, right place, right time scenario, because they originally had Ali and then Kevin Owens being in that spot. So Daniel Bryan could have retained at Mania and continued this magnificent heel run that he was on, but realistically, with Kofi being there, there was no way for them to logically pull that off and keep Daniel Bryan as champion without being viewed as racist. That's what it came down to, because there was such a heavily implied sense of them ignoring African American champions, and we had said it many times before. There was just a strict refusal, it felt like, to give anyone of color the belt. So that's what a lot of it came down to, was undertone.
Well, and we find out that, like, going back to Booker T, like, we find out, like, they didn't want to put the belt on Booker T because later on Lesnar was getting the belt, and they didn't want somebody else to get a bigger celebration with his title than Lesnar, I guess. I guess he was going against Angle. So there's always some excuse that makes sense. It doesn't make sense to us maybe, but it makes sense to Vince. Like, okay, and we know Vince is known for being like, oh no, like, let's stop that because it's taking away from Roman, or stop this because it's taking away from Roman, or no, Cody Rhodes, we can't have you reunite with your brother because that could be like, people might get behind that. We need to focus everything on Roman right now. Like, we know he does that. That's a fact. We know he does it. So
yeah, it might not actually truly ever have been anything racist. Like you said, he just had ulterior motives.
But if you if you say racist things to Booker T and make fun of him and belittle him and say he's a second-rate guy, and then he doesn't win. Yeah, people like you, and then he doesn't win. Fair.
After being pedigreed and 30 seconds goes by, yeah.
Yeah, you're pedigreed and like a year goes by and the guy covers you. It's just weird. That's why it's seen that way. So yeah, I don't even, that part doesn't even matter to me anymore. I'm glad that it's happened and then he's got this run, because now we can finally, I guess, move on from that. But so I don't care about that, really. It's just that's unfortunately, this isn't doing anything really for me, so I'm bored at this point.
It's been boring, and I, we said before we couldn't even remember who Kofi had faced. Nothing's memorable, and that really, is it Kofi's fault? Maybe. Is it creative's fault? Maybe. Like, there's a lot of, chefs in the kitchen at this point in time, and I think that they should have, pulled the plug on the New Day. They could have done a lot with that. That would have been extremely memorable. Day? But it comes down to, yet again, like you said, brass tacks and business in the back. What's making them the most money? Those unicorn headpieces are making them, swift bucks. They're not going to go ahead and pass that up anytime soon.
Not a lot is making them money. And look what happened when they broke up the Shield. They probably feel like, well, oops.
Yeah.
We've got this sort of B group together. Like, let's not separate them now.
Exactly. So, especially when they're very limited in what they have for groups and stables at this point in time, even tag teams. And I'm curious what they're going to do, at the pay-per-view. Are they going to have, is Xavier Woods going to be able to return in time with the injury, in kayfabe that he has? And because they were originally supposed to face the Revival at the pay-per-view for Clash of Champions. I mean, we'll see what happens, but it just leaves a lot up in the air. I think everybody really, the one feud that most people had requested was Big E and Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, well,
that would have been a money feud. That would have been a SummerSlam headliner for sure. And they just didn't want to commit to anything near that. So,
I love Kofi. I always advocated for him and wished he did more. And after seeing this, I can say that I was incorrect. Kofi Kingston is a guy who should have held more mid-card belts and been in better mid-card positions to shine. But after seeing this, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's still, but that's the thing too. I don't know if it's all him, because I like Dean Ambrose when he was champion. I felt like Dean, as we same thing with the Stone Cold.
We shit on Dean too.
Dean just didn't seem like he gave a shit. He was kind of just not caring. I feel like Kofi cares and wants to, be a proper champion. But I don't feel like it's 100% creative's fault either.
Yeah, he just looks weird. Like, I don't, with the belt. And so did Dean was weird, too. Bray Wyatt was weird. Dean was weird. Kofi is weird.
Kofi still feels like a big transitional champion. I'm going to get heat here for this, but oh well. I feel like when you look back on things, I hated Jinder having the belt, but he felt like more of a champion than Kofi does at this point. And I hated him with the belt. But the way they presented him on TV, just because he was such a detestable heel, you despised him. You wanted to see him lose. You wanted to see, at least I felt something.
Right.
I wanted to see him get his ass kicked week in and week out. I can't stand you, Jinder. I want to see you get destroyed. Get off the TV. It was equal parts heat and go away heat, and that was the thing. But with Kofi, I'm not paying attention. At least with Jinder, I was watching, hoping that he would get destroyed and get off my TV, I guess. So,
yeah, it's just a letdown. Unfortunately, it's all right. I mean, I thought they had something interesting with this whole Orton stupid stuff, but I'm just again kind of a little bit disinterested in the whole thing. Unfortunately for them, I mean, because I feel like however I feel is there's a chunk of people that. It's always it's always the same. Like, I feel like, oh, okay, I'm feeling this way. A lot of other people are too. Then, but
it's just that's the age old problem with faces. You get bored of them because unless they have a ton of character, there's not much for them to do.
Daniel Bryan was in this. He was in this position not that long ago. We were saying Daniel
Bryan, when he had both belts, was not great. And then he was facing Kane, and people just suddenly stopped giving a shit. The yes chant was still alive and well, but the movement certainly started to die.
Right.
So that was a huge problem too. And then unfortunately he had to relinquish the belts and had to retire. So that was then he got the IC title, then he retired. But still, point being is that as a face, Daniel Bryan was not a great champion. That WrestleMania win was epic. That is a true penultimate WrestleMania moment. That is unforgettable and timeless. The entire build up to that, everything was perfect. Post that was just a wash. And that's the thing, because Daniel Bryan, as a face, didn't have a ton of charisma. He was, but when he was a heel, and even some of that Team Hell No stuff with him being a heel, and that was more interesting. That was more enjoyable. It was easier to digest. That's the thing with heels. They have more options. They have more ways to garner heat, to get attention. They can do more and really be more creative. Faces are very, very limited in the scope of wrestling, and especially in PG wrestling, they're really screwed.
Right.
What can they do? I'm going to challenge you, and no matter what you do to me, I'm going to take it. That's really what you get. No matter how many times you threaten my family and beat me down, I'll just get you back. As where the heels are, I'm going to threaten your family. I'm going to ruin your job. I'm going to get you fired. I'm going, they're always coming up with different ways to really screw over that individual. It's more than just about winning. They become obsessed with their opponent. They live and breathe everything that they're trying to accomplish, as where the face is only strictly going for that W. So again, if you don't have a really true passion behind that storyline, the fans are checking out.
Right.
I really think that we could have seen so much more here, and that's what I said. I want to remain hopeful. It's hard to be hopeful, but they could do a lot here. Imagine, you see Randy Orton, sitting down with his kids at the hotel, and that they're telling stories. You could do something devious like that, and just have it all be suggested. You don't have to actually say or do anything, just undertones. But that goes a long way. You could still keep it in the realm of PG, but make it look sinister. Look at everything we got with Bray so far.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't tell me you can't ruffle some some feathers and not go ahead and keep the boss happy. It's possible.
That's the best thing going right now. I mean, really, is the damn Bray shit. Like, it's crazy.
And we're not getting it. And I understand they want to keep it interesting and off TV so that you when you do see it, it feels special. But Bray even tweeted, New Orleans, I'm home. Well, nice to see you, I guess. Maybe you're out on Bourbon Street getting lit, but We don't know what you're doing.
Do you think he's appearing in the dark matches or something? Like, is there any report
I haven't
of that?
heard anything about that. That was my assumption. Like, oh, well, maybe they still get Bray, after Raw or after SmackDown. But no one reported that.
Where the fuck is... I mean, this is what people want to see. Like, there's people that will watch SmackDown to see a minute of Bray Wyatt. Like, what the fuck are they thinking? This is another bonehead thing of theirs. There's another donation. Everyday Jam, what up?
SmackDown better than Raw, but not good still. 5/10.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm around that same thing, like a 5 or 4 out of 10. Probably a 5. Everyday Jam, I agree. Better than Raw, but it's the Sleepy Hollows. They gave Bayley some love tonight in her match, kind of towards the end. But not sure what that was about. Everyday Jam, thanks for the $2.99, bro. And Everyday Jam was the top donator last night. Took home the JCS Digital Championship for the 26th of August, 2019. Thank you for that. Actually, he dropped a bombshell. He dropped like a fucking 200 bomb.
200 and multiple turkeys and...
Yeah. Repetitive turkeys. Just multiple turkeys! There's more coming in. Let's see what else we got. Whoa!
Super chat.
Take that, Steven
Where's
Larson.
your fucking hat, Jake? Thinking face build cap.
A lot of people have been really upset that you don't have your hat on again.
I know. I can't find my other hat. This one just doesn't do it.
Well,
Super chat.
At least it's there.
Spazzy Phoenix.
Nothing more cringe than New Day trying to be badass.
Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird thing. They're like in between, like, oh, we love rainbows and shit and like pancakes, and then don't you dare, like it's like I don't really take any of them seriously when they do that, except, what's weird is I take Big E seriously when he starts being like, nah, now it's real. Like, I start thinking, yeah, I believe Big E. And even Xavier Woods at one point did something like this where he was like, I've had enough, like, blah, blah. And I was like, but Kofi, unfortunately, Spaz Phoenix, is the least believable of the three.
Yeah, he really is out of everybody.
And
I'm going to kill you, baby! It just doesn't work.
Even when he says that, I don't believe it. I don't even believe he's as hip as he sounds like he is. Like, that's the thing about Kofi. It's weird. I love him, but...
Well, better than Raw at least. Alien Murphy was great, but everything else was May. 3/10.
Wow, 3 out of 10. I might go 4.5 out of 10 Triple Gaming, but I guess we're in the same wavelength here. But better than Raw, yeah. Raw pissed me off. It wasn't as stupid as Raw, I think is the point. Funny enough, it started with the word stupid, but it wasn't as stupid as Raw.
Stupid.
It was like, and Randy did a good job because the fans kind of cheered for Kofi a little bit, but when he came on with the stupids, he got people to boo him, which is really pretty good because people do like Randy anyway.
Super chat.
Stupid chat.
This show is a bore. Fucking kill me. Dizzy face pistol.
Mike Litteris, thanks for the $2. I'm going to find out who the top donator is, and I will get your name down here on the belt.
I'm about to get it, man. Here we go. About to get
Jack
it, man.
Miller.
Here we go. Oh, no.
Brian had an injury scare after he dropped the belt to Kofi, so he may have needed to drop
That's true.
the
Again,
belt anyway.
after every WrestleMania, Daniel Bryan, he always gets injured. I mean, that's the whole thing.
Yeah, but he wasn't injured this year, right? We had heard, but then he went. For
No,
the
he's
tag
talking
team
about this year.
titles.
He's talking about this year. He's talking about after Mania, there was all
Oh yeah,
this-
he had the scare, but he wasn't actually injured. So
right, but people thought he was. Like everybody was reporting.
We had heard so much about it. So
He's like, he's injured with something. Something's wrong. Uh-oh. And I even said, like, uh-oh, it's the head. And the people were saying that. Turned out to be false. It was some other little naggy injury thing. It wasn't his neck.
yeah, because we were real concerned.
But yeah.
Shut up and bend over.
Oh, Soundwave.
Finish it.
Oh, my God. Don't finish it. Please don't finish it.
I'm gonna finish it. Oh
my God. Oh, Rybotch. What are you doing, Botch?
5/10. I was bored shitless tonight. I didn't hate everything though. I enjoyed the King of the Ring matches shockingly. But it sucks they decided to pull the plug on Murphy's push here when they already gave him so much airtime.
Yeah, because, well, that confirms the other thing that Jake was saying the other day, Soundwave, about how he wasn't really supposed to be there. So, like,
yeah, it was just a fluke.
They gave him his moment in time where they, on a whim, had to do something with him. And by the way, that will make Soundwave 92 the top donator of the stream. And what was the other thing that we found out? Soundwave.
Yeah, I mean, it really was just right, wrong place, right time kind of idea, and he was not supposed to be there. And they are now we're like, oh my god, we forgot we had him, and then they were super impressed with the match that Buddy had with Roman Reigns, and then they gave him, another go with Daniel Bryan, but he wasn't involved in any of these storylines, so they have nothing tentatively for him at this point in time besides this first round King of the Ring, and even that he really wasn't going to be involved in until everything happened with Daniel Bryan's storyline. So he really benefited by standing face backwards, facing away from the Roman Reigns initial accident. It really worked out for him. But like we said, that Soundwave makes a great point. I was disappointed that he had to lose tonight. And I said, hopefully they realize, they have a talent here. They can do something with him, because the match they put on was excellent. It was really, really damn good. There were a few spots in this that were just, next level. That somersault DDT, and then Murphy catches him and just throws him near the stage. And I'm like, damn, Murphy's just so strong. And then Ali hit that tilt-a-whirl like DDT off the apron. I thought he killed him. That was sold so well. Buddy planted his face directly into the mat. That was next level badass. Before he hit the 450 for the win. And it's like, yeah, damn, and then they shake hands afterwards. So
was that the one that Corey put over a lot? He was like, I've never seen that. And
yeah, that one right at the end.
It was like a springboard tilt-a-whirl DDT, almost like started off the rope, and then, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
All right. It was pretty crazy.
It was incredible, and I'm like, damn, that's just so well executed between the two of them. They sold that and executed it perfectly. And
the fact that they put that over that well was really cool. That was interesting, because I don't think the commentary enraged me tonight. It was just like how it, like I was like, oh, whatever, the commentary. But that part was at least pretty, like, I liked that they put that over. So I mean, I always bury the commentary, so I just feel like I need to tell you when I think that something was done right. Like, yeah, boring commentary mostly, but at that point they put that over at least. You know what I'm saying? So like, hey, at least they put that over.
Exactly, because Brandon Statler on Twitter went ahead and sent me the replay of it in slow-mo, and it's like, my God, what just an amazing maneuver. And Buddy, head over heels, face first, right into the mat. Great moment. And, they have a lot of chemistry. I'm glad that they did the handshake after the match, and it is disappointing to see Murphy lose, but I don't want to see either one of them lose. Ali feels like an odd choice, but up until 2 weeks ago, when everything happened with Buddy Murphy, he would have been my favorite for tonight, obviously. So I'm curious. Hopefully they just don't give up on Buddy Murphy entirely, and we'll see how far Ali can go with it. But I'm not sure what they're going to have him do going forward. That is worrisome.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I mean, especially when you look at the bracket and the way that it works out, I'm really, we're going to have Elias taking on Ali next.
Well, we're going to take a phone call, and it is from the 609, so might be Luke Rojas.
Yeah, it is. I know. Nobody likes me.
Yeah, well, what'd you think of SmackDown?
How you doing?
I love you.
Well, I love you too, Jake.
Oh.
And it's not just boobs. Listen, SmackDown was like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it wasn't good by any means, but I wasn't like gonna burn myself alive because of it like last night.
Yep. That's exactly right.
I don't know why Buddy Murphy didn't win, like the King of the Ring. Like,
because he never should have been here. That's why.
It always feels like WWE's like a step behind. Like Mustafa Ali.
Yep.
People were cheering for him like 5 months ago. Now everybody's like moved on to Buddy Murphy, and they're like, oh, we're gonna give it to Mustafa. That's what they really want.
Yeah,
No, not
dude,
really.
you're dead on. I've said this. They're always a step behind. They listen to the crowd, and then like 60 days later, they do what people wanted like fucking 60 days ago. You're dead. I'm 100% right.
That's it. You want Chris Benoit as the champion? We're gonna take his corpse and make him champion.
Oh.
Never mind.
Well, they did do that when he was alive, so it was okay.
Whatever. I'm trying to make.
You
a
were
joke,
like
but
one then, so it didn't,
Is there any rapists in WWE
Are there any rapists?
Pat
Is that what you
Patterson?
said?
besides Pat Patterson?
Oh my god.
Active roster.
Well, Pat Buck is now the. No, I'm just kidding. But I did see Pat Buck, the producer, tonight. Anybody see him? It was funny watching Pat Buck. He wasn't there staring a hole through me at WrestleCon. He was in the back trying to hold Kofi and Randy away from each other.
Kofi off
Who's that? Who's that gay announcer? Is he gay or does he just act like feminine? Pat McAfee?
Yeah, I think he's
Like,
just a little feminine acting. Yeah, he's weird.
Because he's like, sweaty men. He sounds like that
Oh,
guy
Pat
from, like,
McAfee, isn't he the football guy? Where was he? I didn't see him tonight. I didn't even notice him.
No, I'm just saying, like, he just seems a little strange. Like, I think Ricochet would be into him. Finger blast to him.
Yeah, I'd pay to see that. Put that on the WWE Network. I'd watch that. Call it Awkward Encounters. I would like that. I'd watch that.
You guys said something about Kofi being a bad world champion. I don't necessarily think he's a bad world champion. I think it's like Jake says, it's probably more of how creative books him, because
not bad, just not
like
interesting.
AJ,
not memorable.
Yeah, because when AJ Styles was champion for like 370 days or whatever as a babyface, he didn't have this like the feel that Kofi has as champion, where it's just like, oh, I'm a babyface and blah blah blah, and I'm gonna just do the right thing all the time. AJ kind of had this feeling of like nowhere near as good as like Austin or something like that, but he had a feeling of a fighting champion, which is like they don't have with Kofi. Kofi just feels like he's carrying around the belt.
He feels like he's carrying around the belt, and people are like trying to pick his pockets left and right, and but he's like a really nice guy. You know what I mean? So he's like a really nice guy, and people are trying to steal from him, and he's just like, "Come on, man! Why are you doing that? Don't do that." Like that's what it feels like.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, why are you doing that?
Shit.
Stop that. But like,
I liked when Oh,
no, go ahead. I don't know what I was gonna say, to be honest.
Because like Seth Rollins is champion, it's like you never know what he wants to be as a champion. Is he a fighting champion? Is he like cool guy champion? Is he mega babyface champion? Is he like, I'm gonna hit people with a steel chair? Because they want to get Seth so over when he used to be over, but now Seth is like, he seems so weird as champion. Like you'd rather have him than Brock. But it's like the fact that he's the top guy right now is kind of sad.
I feel like
take Brock if he was there regularly. If he was at each show and defending at each pay-per-view, I think that's also part of my problem with Brock. When I look at it in hindsight, is because he's just not there, and he never felt like a spectacle past a certain point. Because he was away for so long, it became a hindrance in my eyes. So
I don't know, Brock has that it factor that so many of these guys just don't have.
Oh, I'm not denying that. It just, in my mind, became less like, wow, we get to see Brock again, and it became more like, fuck, you're never here.
Well, no, because for Brock, it's like, I don't know if Brock he never seems to try. He's kind of like Randy Orton in that aspect, where he's so talented that he doesn't really need to try to put on at least a halfway decent match. Like when people start pushing him, like let's say when he went against AJ at Survivor Series, like you can tell he's actually trying at some points. He can sell really well. He can make the other wrestler look like $1 million. But then when you have other matches, like let's say his match of I can't even, what was it? His match with Seth Rollins at like Battleground or something, where he's just beating the shit out of Rollins for like 25 minutes.
And the Undertaker showed up.
Yeah, that's the Brock Lesnar that nobody likes. Because I remember that match was like advertised everywhere. It was like Rollins, Lesnar, the Clash of the Century, and then it was just
just beat the
It was
shit
just
out of him
dumb.
like a ragdoll, yeah. You just tossed him around the ring like a little bitch, and you were like, oh.
Like, why would that
and it's
go
funny
up?
how, what's the difference between now and then? What, Seth's more confident? You know, that was the thing. That was the shitty part about Brock then, you're right. Because everybody that faced him just had to get destroyed, whether it was Cena or, you know, Rollins, no matter who he came into contact with, they just had to fall flat on their ass, so.
I always got pissed off that he basically made The Undertaker look like his bitch, because, like, The Undertaker, like, never beat him cleanly. He always, like, even back in, like, 2002, like, Undertaker always lost to Lesnar. Like, it just always made Undertaker look like a fucking inferior cunt.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they were going for, sadly, too, which was unnecessary, but Undertaker should have just gotten his win back clean at that SummerSlam, and then they could have just been done with it. They didn't need to stretch it on.
It's Austin versus The Undertaker at MSG, September 9th. No, that'd be great. Imagine that.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm curious what they're going to do with Austin now it's not the reunion. I guarantee it's going to be something to put over Seth Rollins, because Austin just
they mentioned it
in an interview.
They said it. They said, well, he'll fit, like, maybe has words for Rollins or something. Somebody said that.
Yeah, I was bringing that up myself the other day, because it was the interview that they said Austin was talking about how Rollins needs to be more intense and turn it up as champion, and, you know, so I guarantee you
he should attack Stone Cold. Like, he should attack him. Like, can you imagine that? But, I mean, that would bury Steve. I don't think Steve would do that. But it doesn't matter what you do. Seth's just not that guy. Seth and Kofi should be United States and maybe Intercontinental champions. And that's it. Daniel Bryan was believable as the champion as a heel.
But unfortunately, Joe, there's no real, like, you're like, Seth Rollins and Kofi, they'd be somewhat, like, not great, but decent Intercontinental and United States champions. But there's nobody on the card who has that it factor of being the world champion. Like, when you saw Stone Cold come out, when you saw Triple H or Shawn Michaels or even The Undertaker come out with the titles, you're like, that's the world champion. When you see fucking Seth Rollins, you're like, is this just some really ripped fan carrying, like, a replica belt? Like, it doesn't feel like he's the champion. It feels like
that's what it feels like.
He's got a belt.
It feels like someone's carrying a replica belt. That's what it feels like. You're right. It really does. Like, I'm like, that's.
They have Velcro.
Yeah, now they're Velcro too. It looks worse.
Get the fucking Velcro off the belts.
Yeah.
Fuck the fucking Velcro. And fuck you, Chris Chrisley, you fucking faggot.
Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
I love how Kevin in the chat D-Fox says,
this call
go to bed.
sucks.
Wow, that was uncalled for. That was really bad. Chris Chrisley. He does owe the IRS more than me. ENT Entertainment, or Ent Hooligans. What up, ENT Hooligans? He's always a good supporter, Mr. Hooligans. Thank you for the $1. I appreciate it. We got more coming in. Let's take one more call. Won't be as long as the Rojas one. 248. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Joe? How you doing, man? This is Steve. How's it going, man?
What's up, man?
Long-time fan. Yeah, Joe, I want to ask you guys for an opinion. Do you think Miz is better than a heel than a babyface? Because I think when he's on the mic, something's missing. He doesn't have that swagger on the mic than he has during his promos. And I'm just wondering, from your guys' opinion, where do you see the Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura? Because he hasn't worn that damn belt yet. We haven't seen the Intercontinental belt. You know, what's your guys' take on it?
Why not have him wear the belt? Because all he has to do is Kinshasa someone with the belt on, and then, like, Sami Zayn can be there beating him up, or Sami Zayn could be holding the belt for him, and he could Kinshasa the guy, then hold the belt and whatever. Yeah, he should have the belt out there with him. You're right about that. And the other thing is, the Miz is just always is tailored for a heel. He's so tailored for a heel. It's weird to see him as a face. So he's definitely a better heel. His personality and everything, and his kind of freestyling on the mic lends himself to being a heel better. So that's all pretty obvious to me. But everything you said is right. Miz is better as a heel. belt should be out there with Shinsuke.
Yeah, Miz has always been
Right.
much more beneficial to the company as a heel. And that's the thing, because of the reality show, they have him in this PR mode. And it's just, for lack of a better term, cringy. It really is just disgustingly cringy to hear him, like King, awesome, or, his shirts that he have. Cleveland is awesome. New Orleans is awesome. It just feels so fake. And his Hollywood persona is fake to begin with. So, when you're double faking it, it really is just annoying. And I think that's the unintentional side effect of it. It's annoying when it's supposed to be enjoyable. You want to get him off the TV.
Right.
Now, Miz did make it. At first, I asked Joe last night, I'm like, I just don't see the reason for them to face off for the IC belt. I didn't feel like Miz was anywhere near, a title contention, shot at this point in time. But the Miz tonight kind of made sense, because he did have his hand in kind of like revitalizing the belt, and Miz brought that up. He did say that, he went ahead and he was, he always said, "Oh, I was the best IC champion and whatnot, the greatest IC champion in WWE history." We know that's not it, but he did say that he restored the title's relevance, and it's hard to argue against that. When the Miz held the belt, he did defend it. He had some really good matches, and he made it feel important, to say the least. Not of the most importance, but at least more important. And he also did a good job putting over Nakamura tonight. He called him, a deadly assassin, king of strong style. He said a lot of good things about Nakamura, and I feel like the Miz put him over more than Sami Zayn did. So, but
I
hope this is just a one-off for these two.
Right, and Jake, I'm interested in seeing where Randy Orton and the Revival teaming up. Is this going to be a new faction? Because he was with Legacy, he was with Cody Rhodes and Teddy DiBiase, and I'm interested in seeing where's that going to go, Jake. I mean, is this going to be a new faction or something like that?
It seems like it. That's what it seems like they're going for here. Which, I mean, unfortunately, these guys don't really look like they need any tutelage. They've been multi-time champions and whatnot. They're not just starting out. So it is a bit awkward that they're looking to Orton for that, advice type role. At least with Legacy, it made sense. Like, Orton was, their leader. They should be on equal ground. But I'm hoping that they can really go ahead and make something of this. If they make them into, a real deadly unit, it could work out well. It could be what we wanted for the OC. I just don't think that Vince or anyone in the back, especially creative, have any faith or desire to do anything decent with the Revival at this point. I think they're just done with them. So I think they're just using them where they can, and they'll just kind of steamroll them later on.
We lost caller. Yeah, let me see what else everybody else is saying. Because I don't have much to add. There was a couple good matches, a couple good things, I guess. But
shit bomb.
I didn't.
Fuck.
Sami Zayn
I want 7 dicks in my ass and 10 dicks in my tight pink cream
really
pussy.
Does.
Joe and Jake, you want to join the gangbang?
Nagging voice makes you get frustrated with Nakamura. So in it's certainly interesting. All right, we'll see what happens with it.
Blumpkin Cunt Pussy Juice said something, but I missed it. I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
Oh, shit, my bad. I didn't know another one was coming in.
It's okay. You guys went over each other, and I didn't hear. He canceled each other out, and it was kind of hilarious. Because
he said, I want 7 dicks in my ass and 10 dicks in my tight pink cream pussy. Joe and Jake, do you want to join the gangbang?
Oh, he did say that. I thought you were just making that up, like being weird.
No.
He really said that.
Blumpkin Cunt Pussy Juice on the loose.
Oh, my God.
Indeed said that. So, yeah, I'm down for the gangbang.
I can't believe he said that. I thought you were like, oh, yeah, let me just... yeah, he said that. Oh, he really said that. Actually, I can believe that he said that, to be honest. $5, becoming a $5 shit bum. Blumpkin, thank you so much, Blumpkin. Here you go, Blumpkin. Yeah! Raise it up in the chat!
Pussy. Here we go. that Blumpkin. You got that Blumpkin pussy juice. That fucking cunt, that fucking juice is on the loose. That pussy screws all of the men. Blumpkin, cunt, pussy, juice once. It's in my mouth, I'll swallow all your juice. Blumpkin,
You got that
fucking
cunt.
cunt, pussy juice. Yeah, cunt is on the loose, that pussy juice. I want that Blumpkin cunt's pussy juice. Nom 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 nom. Blumpkin cunt's pussy juice. All I want in the mouth. I can't take all of it. It's dripping down my throat so wet. Blumpkin cunt's pussy
Everybody in the
juice.
chat, let me see it in the chat right now.
That's all I want from you. Oh. I smell it from here, I smell it from there. I eat through your underwear. I nibble it up, I gobble it all. I make your pussy and your panties fall. I want to withdraw your fucking cunt. Your beat of me is on my front. I fucking lick it up my tongue. Blumpkin, oh cunt, pussy juice. That's all I fucking want from you.
Here comes the moose. Here comes the moose.
Pussy juice. Oh, your pussy's the size of a goddamn moose. I want it so bad I can taste it from here. I wanna munch it, I'll munch your rear. I will munch every part of you.
Alright.
Cause I want that cunt and Blumpkin juice. Pussy.
Fuck is wrong with me? Alright,
Best time for the sound to kick in.
Oh, did it? Yeah, right on the Blumpkin.
Right on the Blumpkin cunt pussy juice. I was trying to find the ghost cover you did for Piss on You, Debe.
Oh, yeah.
That was stuck in my head the other day, but I couldn't remember what video that was on.
It's on Patreon for download.
It is on. You can go to Patreon to listen to it?
Yeah, you can download it.
Really? No.
Yeah.
What tier does
Patreon.
that come from, Joe?
Actually, I think if you're just a $2 tier, I think you get every song. But like even $1 gets you almost 80% of them.
Every song.
Every song for $2.
And what else do you get with that?
Well, you can also request a song if you don't see it there. Like I give you a Dropbox of like 100 songs.
So much goodness included.
So much
30 hours of content a week.
So
it's
much
actually more than
nasty.
that most times, but
Sometimes it's a little less, sometimes it's a little more, and sometimes it's around 30. Mostly though, yeah. Like Corrupted was 3.5 hours this week. We're fucking ridiculous.
yeah.
Like that was
said they
dumb.
loved it, but
Well, JB's always like, we got to make sure we do an hour this week, man. We really can't, blah blah. But then he'll be the one that just goes on fucking blabbing, like let's
he
keep
just
talking.
keeps rambling.
It's fucking hilarious because we love it. Was fun. It's fun this week.
Well, that's the thing. Once you get into a good conversation, it just keeps rolling.
Yeah, we were like bye, and we got off the air. We recorded 30 minutes of bonus stuff after we went off the air. Actually, I have not put that up yet, so that will go up later tonight on Patreon. The bonus 20-minute talk. It's not the best thing, but it's behind the scenes stuff. A couple times Drew was like, "Oh, we're recording." I'm like, "Yeah, we're still recording." And he was like, "All right," so we put it up. It's a little bit inside stuff, but it's
Like I shouldn't have said the N-word anymore. Damn it.
Yeah, Drew is he'll never be able to be president. Drew.
No, that's for sure.
Not after
Congress, not in his future.
Not after what I got him saying. Plus the stuff he says off air about his wife. That's
Yeah,
the really.
That's dark.
Monetize
That gets
this.
dark quick.
Monetize this 219 for the Debe song. I guess is someone saying. So E-Man had that. Thanks E-Man in the
That
chat.
you knew right away. I was just working in a way to plug the Patreon, but
Oh, all right. Well, it's weird. It was weird. But what else? What else from SmackDown are you thinking about here?
But thank you for letting everybody know. Yeah, what else do we have? So we talked about, obviously, Ali and Buddy Murphy. It is disappointing to know that Buddy's eliminated. But like I said, it really was a coin toss, and it was such a damn good match. Hopefully we get, more from both of them in the future. And really makes me just wish that we got Nakamura and Ali still. Now,
Yeah.
I hope the Miz and Nakamura is just a one-off at Clash of Champions. Miz loses, and they move on from there. We'll see, but some people were saying on Twitter that they really like Miz's current babyface run, but I'm not getting anything worthwhile from it personally.
I thought it was all right, and I just think I'm done with it now. It was okay at first, and now I'm just done with it.
Just played its course and lived out its usefulness.
Yeah, when he was working with Shane, I understood it, and that part was cool.
That's true. Yeah, that I liked up until they screwed that all up with, having him lose twice.
And they're trying to build new stars by making people heels and by, getting people to be heels. It's easier. Miz is somebody who can do anything, so you'd like to think that he could help put over the new heels. And so I get why he's in the position for multiple reasons. He's had a TV show before when he's been a scumbag, so that I don't really think that holds as much water as people think. He's been a complete cunt on TV and then literally done stuff where he's the face of the company for a week or a month or whatever. So that part doesn't hit with me, but
yeah.
It's just the guys, they need help. They need to help make new heels and other things like that, and he's a guy who can do that for them. So there he is.
I mean, like I said, he put over Nakamura more than Sami Zayn did. So speaking of people that they forget as well, Lacey Evans suddenly reappears.
Out of nowhere.
It's like, hey, look at that. We got you. And you're on SmackDown. All right.
I love when she calls people nasties. She's like, you couple of nasties. That's fun.
I really like her. I thoroughly enjoyed her run against Becky. I had almost hoped that she had won and, have Becky lose the Raw title rather than the SmackDown one, but can't be, too choosy over that. I know it might have been a bit soon, but I thoroughly enjoy Lacey Evans. It's sad that she went right to face Becky because, after you lose to the champion, especially multiple times, the way they did it, and it was so finite that there's nowhere to go from there. That's why we haven't seen her for a while. And now she appears on SmackDown.
I almost want to lock her in for the next Money in the Bank. Like, I swear to God, she's going to get that Money in the Bank.
Not a bad prediction. Too bad it's far away.
It's not until next year now, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
But she really, she has that kind of it factor currently. She gets a reaction from the crowd. She's unique enough that, she kind of is remembered. And on top of it, she does well in the ring.
Right.
I have not been disappointed by any match she's had so far. And you can't say that about a lot of the females, unfortunately. So
she has funner heat to me than like Corbin. Like I have fun not liking her and maybe booing her, but I like her at the same time. Like she has that. She's like the female $1 Million Man to me right now, or Jeff Jarrett. She's like the female Jeff Jarrett to me right now.
I can see that.
Like it's just like I kind of do like her, but I don't like her, and I probably will chant for the good guy. So it's like works out. Whereas with Baron Corbin, it's like I always find myself just going like, ugh.
Yeah,
no.
Baron, you just want, again, that's that X-Pac heat. You're either not getting a reaction or you're getting that full go-away heat. So he can't, catch a break either which way. But there was quite a good argument with Baron Corbin as to why he should win King of the Ring. And it kind of made sense because, I mean, when you look at everybody, he was the one that no matter what would not so much gain the most from it, but would be able to deliver the most with that position because he is such a detestable heel.
Deliver it, Jake.
Yeah. He'll deliver us to evil, but I can understand, I can really see and understand where they're coming from, but I think Ricochet is still going to take it. I think they want to go back to that King Ricochet gimmick.
Yeah.
So back to SmackDown, Bayley, she defeats Lacey Evans, which is good. I don't want to see Lacey lose, but if she's going to lose to anybody, it should be the SmackDown Women's Champion. That makes sense. And they had a good match. They even just made it back in time for the count of 9 and go for successful pinfall attempts. And it was just a really good back and forth. Charlotte, of course, she's got to do the stare down, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, but have you noticed, especially the past few weeks, Charlotte looks just so different in the face? I know it's got to be, surgery related, but
here we go with the females' looks.
I know,
here we go,
always. But she looks completely different to me. I don't know if anybody in the chat feels the same way, but to me, she just has a completely different look than what she used to even 6 months ago.
You mean like bloated, like she's got Botox everywhere?
Just the shape of her face looks altered entirely.
I just thought it was her makeup tonight, but yeah, she looked different. It was weird.
She does, even if it is the makeup maybe doing it, that could be it, and I'm just not educated with makeup, but she really does just look entirely different, like a whole different person. So, I was happy with that match with Lacey. It was about 9 minutes. And then we had Big E, Randy Orton. I like that Big E still did his announcement over the, the PA system, but then he comes out stone-faced. It's like he shouldn't even done that. They should have just played the theme song. Just let him walk out. Oh, New Orleans, you ready? And then he comes out all stoic and pissed off. So which is it? Don't have him be celebratory. And
dude, he should totally be the one that's the champion.
He should be. He should have turned on Kofi damn near right
I don't
away.
even know if that should have happened because, like, I feel like he should be the face champion. Like, can you imagine Big E being like, oh, coming out with the belt and shaking the belt as he jives out to the ring? I feel like that would work. I feel like Kofi, it's weird.
I could see it working more than Kofi, but I'd honestly prefer him as a heel. I just...
Yeah, I mean...
the way I envision him, I could picture him being just such a badass.
Yeah, me too, but it's like, I think he'd be a face. Like, I just don't think...
I understand what you're getting at, though, with him, the way he's gyrating those hips and doing the splits, and he's got such high energy that him being more celebratory and effervescent and just fucking lively comes across better than Kofi, I think, ever could. So, yeah. I mean, I could see that working and being a great face, but I would just love to see what he could pull off as a heel. And the story was so simple in nature, but it was, rooted in truth and honesty. It made such perfect sense. Kofi wasn't helping them, but they helped him exponentially. They're the ones that got him to Mania. And they really just could have had Kofi leave them by the wayside. A simple numbers game where they can't defend or retain or capture the tag titles because Kofi isn't in their corner. Story sets itself up. You're ready to go. Yeah,
I mean, I was down for that too. Like when they were talking about that for like Big E turning on him, I was. But now I see Big E as like a face, like as like a number one guy with the belt face.
Well, maybe Orton wins it and then Big E goes for it. That would be good.
Yeah.
At least it's somebody different, especially because there's no guaranteed rematches, they say, even though we get them all the time. They kind of have an in with that, so.
Yeah, I'd like to see something like that. Hell yeah.
I loved the Ali Murphy match, but for some reason I can't get over Ali's bad entrance music. I'm a mute this some bitch.
Yeah, his music irritates the shit out of me. Stow Code Steve Boston. Wow, dude, what's been up? A long time OG of the channel. What's up, Stow Code?
Heard from him in a long time.
That's badass, man. That's fucking believe up in the UK. Thank you, man. It's good to hear from you. We got more coming in here.
Super chat.
Who's the top guy? Soundwave still at the top. Okay.
PW Sheets saying Bray versus Rollins at Hayek.
What? Oh, PW Sheets saying, well, PW Sheets full of scumbags, so fuck them.
Well, it wasn't just them, and that's the thing. Matt the Misfit and I were, he had brought this up to me beforehand. It is being advertised that Bray Wyatt supposedly is facing Seth at Hell in a Cell.
Wow.
I mean, Bray's definitely advertised for Hell in a Cell, but what we're getting supposedly is going to be him and Seth.
That's pretty cool.
That I'm all for.
Yeah, because they've that could be cool.
That's a feud right there. Not just because it's Bray, but I think that what they could do with each other, it kind of harkens back to the chicken shit scared Rollins that we got a while ago. If he's really being chased and tortured.
Samo Oa, Joe, R. Lister, Black, Randy Orton, the R. Undertaker, Tommaso Ciampa did it for the game.
The Goon. Thanks for the 316. I think Tommaso Ciampa did it. Did what? The Goon, what up, man? Good shit.
He did change his on Twitter.
Who did?
Tommaso Ciampa.
What do you change it to?
I believe it's just at NXT Tommaso or NXT Ciampa.
What is the
Here we go, Soundwave.
What did they fillet us?
It's fucking turkey time!
It's turkey time!
And ate our children. What if the turkey
Oh my god, he's got a knife and a fork!
What if they filleted us?
Unbelievable! If the turkeys ate us, if they had to hate us, the Thanksgiving was a little bit different. Instead, the turkeys ate us. They gobbled us apart. But first they'd eat our nuts, and then they'd eat our bud. The turkeys ate us. What if the turkeys ate us? What if the turkeys ate us? What if they ate our fucking nuts? What if the turkeys ate us? Instead of mashed potatoes, instead the turkeys ate us. The Turkey Man.
It's actually amazing how Vince manages to find ways to screw up WWE even when he isn't even the fucking building. Metzler tweeted out that the script for tonight got completely rewritten at the last minute again.
Oh, again.
Guaranteed the XFL will be DOA already.
Soundwave 92, thank you, man. The top donation there now, the $29. He's at it again, baby. The Soundwave 92. Thanks for the turkeys. So Vince wasn't there again. Wow. I mean, he's not always there
again. But the script was apparently revised. And funny enough, I had even seen it reported that last night was the smoothest Raw in a long time backstage. So it's funny how we get that report today. But last night they said it was a disaster with all the rewrites and things being thrown in. So
right.
It's just, you don't know who to listen to.
No, last night, I can tell you.
Last night it was a proven, thrown apart disaster. And we could tell that the match was made. And you were right. I messaged you before about it, about local talent being there for a match against the Viking Experience Raiders, whatever you want to call them.
Right.
And they weren't able to get
I bet everybody that there was a local tag team backstage that didn't get to come out, that was like, we're going to be on Raw, and they weren't. And that's what happened.
Legit went ahead and you were right on the money with that.
Do we know who the hell confirmed that?
I know Ryan R. on Twitter, he went ahead and tweeted the company themselves, and they had released a little thing saying that they had talent backstage. So
yeah.
But Ryan R. picked it up before the story even came out. He went ahead and looked to see what wrestling indie promotions were out that way. And I'm trying to find
it was like
which one in my
it's like Wildcat tweets, something, Wildcat Wrestling.
Something along those lines. And I was like, holy crap, you got that. So I was, but you were right on the money with that.
That's funny.
It was Wildcat Sports. That's who it was.
Yeah, it seemed evident that just was not meant to happen.
No, so they were supposed to bury, the local talent like they've been doing.
And to be honest, as much as they need to stop that and do something, it would have been better had they done that than be in a match where nothing happens, I think. And it's only because they've been built up like they have that it's like, why does this happen now? It wouldn't be bad if they had buried two talents come out and this had happened. You would have been like, all right, let's see what happens next time. But because they've just been squash. Okay, real opponent, disqualification.
Yeah, it was just
what?
Uncharacteristic, and
it's weird.
Really bizarre.
You could tell it was like they needed something to do. They threw that together out of nowhere after scrapping whatever the hell the original idea was. I mean, just very weird.
Yeah, the Golden One Center, where Hell in a Cell is, says, "Get ready, WWE fans. The Fiend challenges Rollins or Braun Strowman to a Hell in a Cell match. Get your tickets now and stay tuned."
How do they know that?
So that's coming from the arena website itself. And they're saying, the Fiend challenges Seth Rollins.
Why don't they
Braun
just
Strowman.
say, "Get ready, everyone"? Seth Rollins, and the Fiend and others coming in Hell in a Cell.
Nope. I don't know how this. Again, it's
what?
The brain not telling the hand what to do, kind of thing. Too many people involved. They weren't supposed to let this happen, but there it is, and WWE didn't take it down. So it's the Golden One Center in Sacramento.
That's weird.
Yeah. I like, some of the top comments are just gifs of saying, "Are you stupid?" Because it is. What a spoiled storyline there.
If that happens.
But I imagine it will. Usually when they advertise things like this for these type of events, they were right about months ahead when they advertised the tickets for...
remember last year's?
Money in the Bank.
Remember last year's Hell in a Cell? That came out, too.
Yeah.
I don't think it
that
happened.
That came out a few months before, I believe, as well. So
didn't quite happen the same way, but it was pretty much on with what they did.
Yeah, because the XL Center, when they announced things for Money in the Bank, it was pretty much exactly to a T who was involved in the lineup. So
that's just stupid.
It is disappointing that these are the type of things that happen. But
I mean, when you're
and now I was curious too because. Maybe I'm confused, but Madison Square Garden, when they go there, those are being taped, right? It's not live?
What? What's not being taped? What's being taped?
Because they keep saying tapings for Raw and SmackDown.
Why the hell would there be a taping?
It says the tapings will feature a star-studded lineup with legends such as The Undertaker and Steve Austin to appear on SmackDown Live and Raw, respectively. It said Madison Square Garden issued new promotional material for the Raw and SmackDown tapings on September 9th and 10th, and new matches and names are now being advertised.
They worded it wrong.
That was my worry with it, but it says because Monday Night Raw double main event, Stone Cold Steve Austin returns to Madison Square Garden, Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin in a Universal Championship match, and then we have Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans.
What's the time on the ticket say?
I don't know. And then it says SmackDown, Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton, and Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe, plus more of your favorites.
Well, let's find out. Somebody get on Ticketmaster.
It was just odd as to why they said taping, so it could just be the way that they worded it.
Yeah, they worded it wrong. It's got to be. There's no reason why it would be taped there. That makes no sense.
Yeah, you just never know. Like, MSG wouldn't let them have the time slot they wanted, or I don't know why it would be, but I'm looking up tickets now to see.
Yeah, look up the tickets. It'll tell you the time. It's got to be 7.
I'm sure it is. It was right on their website for MSG.com. It even says tapings.
Well, they are taping it. It's not inaccurate.
No, it's not. But usually it always just strictly says live.
It says SmackDown and Raw live, yeah. That's weird.
So I'm going to go ahead and look that up in the meantime. But, it's just... That would be a disaster if it wasn't live. Especially with Stone Cold.
Well, that'd be why they're coming there then. The even bigger reason.
Yeah.
They were like, we better put them on here because...
Because now we really need people to come in, when especially when they have, spoilers. Forget that.
Yeah, they would absolutely need that then.
But usually, the rest of SmackDown.
But usually they give up on those type of shows. They just give up. They go, okay, whatever.
Yeah, usually they just, like you said, they don't give a damn for any of it. And they kind of just, the UK ones, you don't get that much of excitement. Because they've tried to make it super exciting before, and it just blew up in their face.
Right.
People just didn't tune in with all the spoilers and everything that happened. No, it should be live. Yeah, it says 7:30 and 7:45. So it was just weird that the press release, they worded it that way. It didn't say anything about being live. I got worried and hesitant. We've seen what happens when that comes to me. Yeah, like one of the top stories from Ringside News. Vince McMahon tears up the script for SmackDown Live this week.
Where, if he wasn't there?
We heard that he had a heavy hand in it, and because he gets sent, even when he's not there, he gets sent the entire script beforehand, and has to okay it before they run with it for production.
Yeah, it's the same thing as him being there, basically.
Yeah, Meltzer said Vince was tearing up tonight's show, good or bad. This is a heavy Vince show tonight. So
it was a heavy Vince show last night.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Even when he's not there, it's always going to be a heavy Vince show. That's what something.
I don't know, like
tonight
just
has to accept.
Tonight felt way more like it was put together the right way. Like it didn't. I mean, as much as I didn't even like that much of tonight, this felt more like somebody wrote all of this through and was like, "Here's what we're doing." Last night felt like last minute they were like, just have this match, just make that a match, his a match. Like, that's what it felt like. Last night felt like a discombobulated, like, thrown together thing.
Mess.
Yeah, this did not feel like that. This felt like they took time, had this all written out. Maybe they changed one or two things, but it sounded like this looked like somebody put this together. Like with an idea of what they were doing. Although it still was not good, really. It made more sense than last night. So if there was a night where scripts were torn up, it was last night to me. Like, I don't know, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that just with the Cedric Alexander and Cesaro match. So
yeah, here's a guy in a match next week. Here's an exhibition.
That made no sense.
Hey, have an exhibition match right before your fucking tournament match.
Shit bomb.
Stupid idiots.
Right.
All right, I get it. You're a Republican. Come on, man. Squeaky voice, thanks for becoming a $5 shit bum. I can't tell if they're making fun of me when I go right, or if they were making fun of the caller earlier who was like,
I think they were going with the caller before.
Yeah, okay, it was one of the two.
Especially with the name. You know?
We both do it, so it works as like a double joke then, I guess. Nice thanks for the donation, man.
Shit bum.
Middle finger.
Oh my
fire,
God.
Playful face.
Emoji war.
Up, woman shrugging. Italy. Victory hand. Japan. Family. Girl. Rock climber. Mountain bicyclist. Person in steamy room. Woman getting haircut. Bath. Bed. Person in lotus position. Man walking. Man running. Cartwheel. Golfer. Nail polish. Folded hands. Writing. Raised fist. Thumbs up. Thumbs down. Bone. Speedy, kiss mark, 100, eyes, tongue, mouth, skull, poop, sleeping face, cactus, palm tree, deciduous tree, snowman, snowflake, rainbow, star, telescope, unicorn, baby chick, centipede, cucumber, aubergine, peach, pie, construction sign, red octagon, cruise ship, monorail, car, police car, rowboat, camping, tent, house with garden, neighborhood, derelict house, building construction, office building, school, mosque, carousel horse, Statue of Liberty, moai, broom, candle, light bulb, money bag, printer, personal computer, DVD, optical disc, floppy disk, teddy bear, brick, high heel shoe, ring, gemstone, lipstick, closed umbrella, luggage, woman's boots, syringe, wrench, paintbrush, crayon, pen, paper, folder, newspaper, 4:30, white question mark, exclamation question mark, hot springs, mobile phone off, Cook Islands, spade.
Super chat.
LMAO Bray versus Seth and Braun at Hayek.
The MAYIN DJINN, one of the producers on the Joe Cronin Show. Bray versus Seth. Yeah, it's going to happen. It looks like it's happening. Absolutely.
And does this mean Bray's going to be the champion then? I mean, I can't see him losing as the Fiend. They're going to give him the belt that soon? Do you think that would happen?
I don't know, man. Maybe somebody will interfere. It's a Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I mean, that's an out-of-nowhere question for sure.
Someone's got to interfere because, you don't even want him with the belt.
Whoops says Bray or Seth. Still dumb to advertise.
Yeah, it's stupid to advertise it, Mayan. It is. It's so dumb. Like, it's... Now, I mean, it gets us talking about it now, I guess, but... It's so... Come on, man. Like, surprise people.
It says the Fiend challenges Rollins or Braun to a Hell in a Cell match.
Daryl, thanks for subscribing to the channel. Guys, wrestling news every day, wrestling podcasts every day. Except for today, I didn't do much of anything except for hunt... bees. There's bees like
you're
coming
still
in
taking those bastards down.
Coming soon, a new tag team, the Rewrites.
Man of 1,005 holds. Thank you for the $5, ma'am. Or $2, $3. I forget. Yeah, they're European hornets. That's what I've discovered. It appears the bees. So.
They think you're sweet. They want your honey.
I believe they're coming in through the door in the back when I'm leaving it open. So
they're coming in?
The good thing is I don't think they're coming through like the wall or something like that. I left my back door open while I was eating dinner tonight.
Oh.
And all of a sudden, this thing flew in, and I go, oh my god, it's another fucking wasp. Oh my god. And so I grabbed the raid, and the thing like dive bombs at you, and it's gigantic. The first thing I said was, that is the largest bee I've ever seen in my life. And I've got people telling me they're wasps, they're bees, they're yellow jackets. It's not a yellow jacket. Yellow jackets are small and yellow. This is gigantic. And I did some digging online because I have a close-up picture of the thing after I killed it. And I looked up everything. And it's identical, and apparently these things are huge also. So I finally figured it out, that they're goddamn European hornets.
That's ridiculous.
And they're fucking huge.
They're gotta be massive.
Like,
sorry, I was distracted.
They're big.
You not only said that it was huge and the biggest you've seen, but you said you left your back door open and they were coming in hard.
What the fuck?
I was just overly distracted there.
Just edit that now. Just fucking, just edit it right now. No, but I got a picture.
I wouldn't want to deal with those things trying to sting you and dive bombing into the back door. Fuck that. I hate bugs. But
I've got a picture of this thing. This thing is fucking nasty. They look like giant, huge eggs when they're flying because they're so big.
Really?
Yeah. This is
Holy
the thing.
Hell.
It's
You weren't
fucking
kidding.
nuts.
That's fucked up.
European hornet. Apparently
Nature sucks, man.
Apparently, it's the only one. It's the only real hornet in Massachusetts, in United States. So like people say hornet all the time. This is the only actual hornet in the United States.
Hornet.
This is actually a better picture of what it really looks like. This is
Damn, that is huge. Holy hell.
Fucking huge, dude.
Look at the thorax on that thing.
Bro, this thing is so big, and so we killed one the other day, which I think came in.
couldn't take that on. You get all fucked up.
I wish like 100 of these would sting Ryback's cock.
Ooh,
all right,
it'd be huge then.
Can you imagine that if it just like all of a sudden
the swelling would be too severe.
So these things. So we had one the other day, and we've had one another day as well. And again, like I said, I left the door open 4 inches, didn't realize it for about 6 minutes. And then it was flying around the dining room, and I went, oh, no, where the fuck are they coming from? And I was like, oh, thank God. I realized I left the door open. I was like, good, it came in from the outside. But unfortunately, that's got to mean, it doesn't mean that there's a nest, but it's probably a nest somewhere.
It's likely, yeah.
There might be
just
someone.
Picture one flying away with Brenna, She's theirs now.
Yeah, well, no, there's a
our queen.
There's a hawk that's in the neighborhood and another owl. And the hawk will it looks around. I can see it looking. I'm like, yep, don't let your little dogs outside. Because they're looking for you motherfuckers. Now, I went to this guy's channel earlier to look up to see how people deal with these things. And this fucking lady had a goddamn beehive in her house. Like, they were in the house, though. It wasn't like, oh, they're flying in from the outside or whatever the case is. Like, these damn things are in this lady's house, and this bastard is drilling into the wall to look in to see what's going on. And he's shocked because he thought they were yellow jackets, she said. She goes, oh, I got yellow jackets in my wall. Then he goes, no, you have fucking European hornets in your wall. And I saw these.
That is insane.
That's
Holy
them.
hell.
That is them. You see how big they are? They're like the size of your thumb.
Huge.
Dude, bro, they're your thumb. Like, that's the biggest thing I noticed. I was like, damn, these things are your thumb, bro.
Just hitting them with the shop vac.
Yeah, this guy's just shop vacking them up. And I don't know where this guy lives, but I need to hire this guy. So I think they're in. That is them, though. That is dead on. That's the bee I've killed 3 of that have flown in the house.
What you don't see is all the holes he cut in the wall elsewhere. Be like, nope, that's not it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there's another miss. Oops. Oh well. That's gonna. He's like the Ghostbusters, and then he charges you $3,000 afterwards.
You want me to put him back? I'll put him back.
Yeah, I'll put those back in there. Like, $3,000. I'm not paying for it. And there's holes all over my walls. Okay.
He's sucking them up, and they're still. Look at all the larvae. Like, you can see it coming out.
Gross.
It's just pulsing.
That's
Looks
disgusting.
like maggots almost, but
yeah, they're like giant maggots.
Yeah, they're just pulsing in that nest.
Yeah,
Ugh,
they're coming.
Disgusting.
They're all in there jizzing.
Just spoot them everywhere.
Look at this. Then he opens up the whole wall, and then he's like, "Yeah, you want to see?
Christ!
Want to see what's really going on?" And he opens up the giant piece of the wall, This guy's video is insane. He's called like
They
the
want to
Hornet
burn this
King.
house down and start over.
Dude, look at that.
Oh my god!
They got a whole city.
Yeah, how do you let live? You know how much noise that has to be making? That's a subwoofer in your wall.
Yeah, dude.
All that buzzing.
They can eat through wood. They eat through wood. At some point, they eat through wood. That's why they're bad, and they'll kill trees. Because they'll eat the sap and drill into trees.
I mean, look at how massive that nest is. That's you said.
Dude.
That's a city. That's a whole colony.
Yeah, that's nuts. If I seen this, oh
my god!
Like, this is terrifying. Like, this is the most terrifying video that I have ever seen. I'm gonna puke. I almost want to throw. I'm like terrified. Like, I walked around the house itchy for like the next like hour after this. And I don't know what this guy does, but it's very weird. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
So he's like putting them in a bin.
I had the headphones on and I can hear it really well. So if you guys aren't wearing headphones, you ought to get some headphones on because that noise is pretty intense.
That's the noise of the babies. Look at that.
Sounds like they're eating Doritos.
That's not
all that crunching and just.
Yeah, who doesn't want to eat tonight?
Oh, napalm that house.
Yeah. Well, no,
I
I mean,
just one of them left. Oh.
I don't know what he's doing here. I don't know if he's like.
So obviously, I want to get these layers apart so I can get the larva underneath. Of course, there's just some new adults.
I don't know what he's doing here. If he's like killing them.
He's gonna fuck it. He's gonna fuck that nest.
He's gonna fuck the nest of babies of the baby hornets.
Look at it dripping with honey. He wants to stick it in.
I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's feeding them to chickens. What the hell's wrong with this sick weirdo? Look at this. Oh, he feeds this to chickens.
Those chickens are gonna be super chickens.
What kind of son of a bitch? He's feeding these to chickens, bro.
Imagine getting eggs now filled with hornets.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Jesus. I mean, they'd probably been in there for a while. But so I have a.
That had to have been building up forever.
Yeah. So most likely there's a nest outside somewhere. Hopefully outside or under my porch or somewhere. Because if I leave the door open at night, these like one flies in immediately almost. I leave the slider door open and we do just for a second.
Yeah,
and like one flies in, like because I read that they're like extremely attracted to light. They smell sweetness,
changes, right?
Yeah, and it's cold outside right now. So like, dude, I mean, like if I open that thing, I've noticed they fucking dive bomb into the house. They're coming. It's weird. It happened, like I said, tonight, and it happened the other night when Leah was just going outside for a second. She opened the door, was letting the dog out, came in. A few minutes later, I saw one in here. And I was telling her from the outside. So it must have flew right in. It was just like, yeah, what's up? I'm looking up outside, and I see no nest on the wall, no nest anywhere up there. And so I don't know if it's on the side or somewhere else, or it was just whatever. But
it could be in anything, yeah.
Who knows? Yeah, I mean...
Brian Alex says, I'm done with honeycomb cereal. I'm with you.
Yeah, dude, honeycomb cereal's out the window.
Swearing off KFC and Popeyes at this point. Yeah, you don't want those hornet-filled eggs.
Yeah, bro. You're eating... When you're eating chicken... You're eating, like, those things are eating hornet baby larva eggs. Unbelievable.
Ugh.
Al Vel says you have to locate the nest. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Al. You know, I gotta find the nest. There's got to be someone in here who's an exterminator, right? I'm calling...
Just get Connor out there and give him a little wiffle ball bat. He'll take care of it.
We've gone Discovery Channel here. This isn't Smackdown review anymore. Joe, you got to call pest control just in case. Yeah, you know what I am? I'm going to call the Orkin people tomorrow. I'm dead serious. I'm calling the Orkin people tomorrow. Because
you don't need your kids being out back getting stung. And
yeah, I don't know where that is. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's insane.
And one of the things that could have attracted them is the flies, when we had the fly thing going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's true, too.
And the chimney's right behind me. Yeah, they could be coming right behind me. They could be right there.
We have a large shed that my father built ages ago out back, and underneath, groundhogs have taken over. There's a family of groundhogs.
Oh, God.
It's one mother and...
Well, you have to. That's why you have to have cement under the thing. You can't have a hollow...
Yeah. We don't even use the shed anymore. It's a disaster. So the thing needs to be torn down. But they are the cutest goddamn things in the world, because these little baby groundhogs come out and, waddle their way out. And there was a hawk that almost got one of them the other day. I was so tense the entire time, like standing guard like it's my children out back. We throw like lettuce and leftover
I'm sorry, Jake.
food, stuff like that all the time to them. And
oh my God, Jake! OMT in the chat said, "Tell the Orkin man to bring a chicken."
he'll feed them for days. They'll find it.
All right, go ahead now. I can pay attention.
No, but like you said before with the hawk, those things they're huge and massive. It dive bombed towards the friggin' groundhog. I thought it was I was like, oh, that's it. It's done for. You see me yelling outside. Oh yeah, that. John says, that weirdo Billy the Exterminator. That's what I was going to bring up before. I believe it's him, but one of them, he's got a worker for him, could be a family member that's highly allergic to bees, and he always sends that guy out on the job that has bees.
Why would you do that?
Fuck that, Just no one wants to deal with bugs.
No, dude, I'm terrified. And when it comes to like these bees, like I've never seen anything this fat and huge. Like, I mean, when you see,
and I'm your co-host. I mean, my God.
When I see yellow jackets now, I'm like, oh, that's like, what is that? I mean, when I see these, I'm like, oh my God, it's my pinky flying. Like that's my pinky flying.
You look at normal bees now, and you're like, get away from that pussy shit. I deal with European hornets.
Yeah, like I mean, dude, European hornets. Look them up. That's what I'm dealing with. I mean, there's not a lot. I've killed 3 of them. Raid takes them right out. You spray them with Raid, I sprayed it, dude, the thing fell, and it was still, like, fucking flapping and trying to fly, and I could hear it, like, dude, it's like a little bird, and I'm like, but it has a giant stinger. It's just like, wow, if that thing stings you, that's gotta kill! It's gotta kill!
Kidding. That's gotta be painful, and it is his brother.
That's so fucking messed up.
That is his brother, it's Billy's brother, Ricky.
I need a bee outfit.
Night Owl and MT53.
We have dealt with everything, dude, since moving out here. Like, you guys don't understand. I'm not used to this.
Mr. Homeowner is not that great.
I'm from the city area mostly. I mean, like, I did live in New Hampshire when I was a kid, but we didn't have these type of bugs when I was a kid. Like, where we live out in Western, like, we're so far out here now that, I mean, dude, it's crazy. The cicadas, the fucking stink bugs, the fucking flies. I mean, we had those. I mean, but just every all kinds of beetles. Dude, there's beetles out here. I didn't even know beetles like this existed. I thought beetles like this were from like Egypt. I didn't know there were beetles the sizes of like fucking baby hands.
Yeah, those water beetles that pop up and
dude, like there was a beetle the other day that was like longer than this finger and this fat. It was like a whole thing, like a small mouse. And it hit the wall. And I went, oh my God, Leah, there's a bat on the window. I think there's a bat on the fucking window. And we went over, and it was a fucking beetle. And I went, holy fuck. And I looked them up, and they're real. And I'm like, holy shit. And the frogs are hopping along the porch into the fucking I'm like, frogs are fucking jumping on the cars. We got fucking beetles everywhere. Fucking stink bugs. There are bats that I see flying behind the house. I'm just like, is this the fucking rainforest? Like, do we live in the rainforest? Really? I mean, I know it's on fire right now.
Yeah.
Moss Blaze.
Smoke weed every day.
Well, what do you know? Another shit week of WWE programming. Air you savers. The show Glow on Netflix is better than Raw and SmackDown at the moment. Better storytelling. Someone should hire the writers. Oh well. Here's a good smoke to life, petrol pump, falling leaf, fire.
Moz Blaze, thank you for the 420. I just don't think that these people know how to write. Like, yeah, great, you wrote for TV, you're good writers and stuff like that, but when the WWE hires these guys, they just can't do it over here. J Paula 821. Wow, J Paula, is that him resubbing, or is he back, or is that a different J Paula? But anyway... yeah, the bugs are insane. I mean, dude, it's like mini Australia here. It's not even... I don't know, man.
Yeah, chat said you moved to Jurassic Park.
Yeah, this is nuts. And everything's clean, We're cleaning.
We got the Popeyes chicken sandwich for sale. HMU.
Everybody wants the Popeyes chicken sandwich, man. That must have been the most successful thing they've done. Because
yeah, no kidding.
Everyone's making videos about it everywhere. It's going crazy.
Did you know Ryback made a video?
Yeah, oh my God. Don't make me slap you. God damn it. I hope he gets stung by a European hornet. Please.
Hey, that's content right there. That's a
Why?
video.
Why do you want me to get stung? What's wrong with you?
Do you live directly in a
positive
swamp?
energy.
No, there's no swamp, but up the street, like down the street a little ways, is a giant. There's a giant swamp area, and then there's the back of the Charles. So there is a pretty big like lake sort of stream that's up like down the street and across the street. So it is pretty crazy. Oh, you just subbed to Corrupted, Paula. I get you. What up, Paula?
There you go. Well, one thing I did want to ask you tonight that we didn't get to, obviously, was the ending. So we saw before that Shelton Benjamin lose to Chad Gable. Blow-away match. They didn't have enough time. These guys really could have hit it out of the park here, and no fault of their own. They were given 4 minutes. I mean, it's like 9:45. We still got to have Roman come out. I'm like, oh, this sucks. They gave everybody else for pretty much, the majority of the first-round matches for King of the Ring, at least nearly 10 minutes. These guys get 4 minutes, so it was disappointing because they can really, give us something more entertaining. And before that, really quick, Randy Orton obviously defeats Big E. It's a numbers game. We get that super RKO, with the Revival helping out. And it shows, that Orton was able to isolate Kofi Kingston. So now, as much as, we talk about wanting to see Big E as a singles competitor, this match wasn't like an amazing match, but it still gave me more of a drive and thirst to want to see Big E be on his own. And now we see that Orton has help. He's not on his own, and Kofi has his friends, no longer by his side. So will that play into Clash of Champions? At least it's an angle to go with. At least it's something to work off of. It adds a little bit more of a complexity to their match at the pay-per-view. So I give them credit for that.
I got a little bit of a breaking spot here. Seth and Drew is now on the website for Hell in a Cell, according to Phantom Lion, who sent me that on Twitter.
Really?
So they changed it, maybe? To Seth and Drew.
Maybe they just changed the advertisement and that's a swerve, or...
That's weird. It doesn't matter that much, but just wanted to bring it up.
No, but I mean, they, the website did tweet it out themselves, so I did see it when it was live.
I know it happened, but now I'm saying
so now they changed it.
They changed it, yeah.
So WWE probably had them change it. And,
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, obviously. But, I was going to say, I did like what they did with the 24/7 package, because at first they were just recapping the Fox Sports event, and I'm like, that's all they're going to do. But then, Elias is out there, and he's talking about, being King Elias, and then Owens jumps him, hits a really odd, awkward stunner. It just wasn't timed well. No one can take the stunner, apparently. They just have such a hard time with it. And then Owens, I thought, was going to try and take the 24/7 title belt to mess with Elias, but he just looked so disinterested in that belt, which kind of, devalues it somewhat, but whatever. R-Truth comes out, gets the referee, and that's when Drake Maverick ends up getting the title back. So now he celebrated and ran away. So we got to see if he consummates his marriage. I like Drake Maverick having the belt, so that's a thumbs up from me. He's so friggin' entertaining with what he's done with the saga of him trying to be champion and being naked in the hotel room, attacking Elias at the studio, all these things. He really, really, really goes all out for it. So I like what he's done. Then, like I said, we had Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable, and then we had the Roman Reigns stuff. Now, Roman shows that he's not going to apologize by showing the video that... What was on the video? I didn't catch that. That's what I was going to ask you. The video basically showed that Rowan was what? Pushing the crates?
Right.
All right, that's what I thought. I was watching on my phone. So
yeah, you saw Rowan push the crates down and then walk away like he didn't do it.
All right.
But it just looked like the same. It looked like the other guy to me again, so I couldn't tell what that meant.
Yeah, so I don't know why they went with the swerve angle last week just to have him revealed this week. And then Daniel Bryan says he hates liars, slaps the shit out of Rowan for real, like really slapping him hard, smacking him across the face. And then Daniel comes out just to get speared. And then it ends. I don't care for this at all, but now we have a mystery, I guess, of them trying to be like, oh, well, who told Rowan to do it? But so Daniel's not involved? What are they talk about convoluted? This was such a straightforward story that could have been really entertaining. Then it kept getting, it was never well done, but there was ways to make it better, and they just keep making it worse. I don't care for this at all. At least with last week, I was kind of curious to see where they would go with it. We had this weird doppelganger scenario, and we're like, okay, so we know that, Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan are responsible, but this guy is going to take the fall. And then they address none of that tonight. They rushed to show us this video, and then Daniel, disavows and disowns Eric Rowan, and all we get is Daniel Bryan getting beat up for it. So why would Daniel take a spear? Like, what is someone else the culprit? It's just the plausible deniability is out the window now. So what's left here? What do we have to gain from this? We're going to get Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan now. Eric Rowan gets destroyed, and then it was all for naught.
Yeah, I don't quite understand what they were doing there. I thought Daniel was gonna hit Roman. I thought he was gonna come out like, I don't know why he did that.
I had nothing to do with it, and then gets a cheap shot in on him.
Yeah.
But why would Daniel Bryan be so obsessed with trying to clear his name anyways? Like, you're a heel. Who gives a shit?
I don't know. It's weird now. I don't quite understand.
It's really weird. And now we're going to have to figure out, like, who's the mastermind that told Eric Rowan to attack Roman? Or did Rowan just go rogue and do it himself? Or was it really Daniel Bryan that
I guess
him?
a lot of other people are supposed to assume that, like, it is Daniel. It's just he doesn't want people to know it's him, so he's trying to, be like, I didn't, you know what I mean? He's an asshole. I slapped the shit out of him, but it is him.
Yeah.
So
because people went right away and started saying, oh, well, somebody told Eric Rowan, so it must be Luke Harper, or it must be Eric Bischoff, I saw some people tweet out, or it must be, and we keep getting all these suggestions. It could be Drew McIntyre, or it could be, Shane or Vince, and it's like, I don't see that being. I think it's just all going to come back to Daniel Bryan, but what a just a mess. He's, I hate liars. Rowan lied to me, and then he gets speared. So obviously, I think it's just going to come back to Daniel. But they really just muddied the water with this, and I feel like it makes it's so less interesting. Do you really care at this point? Now that we've had all of these wasted whodunit moments, I don't see them really doing anything with this that is truly worthwhile.
Yeah, I don't really. It's been pretty good that they're doing something like this that continues and continues, and that I do like. But
yeah, I gave them credit for having to be continued, but I appreciated that they brought back a cliffhanger ending, but they just have not done a good job with it at all.
Yeah, where are we going here is like it's starting to get to be like, all right, remember, people have short attention spans. This is all right.
Yeah, let's been going on for weeks, and it's just not interesting at this point.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but I got to say, the one thing I'll say that's good is I don't know what they're doing. So like maybe that's good, I guess. I kind of don't know what's going on.
Maybe they can surprise us. I was hopeful at one point, and now I'm just.
I'm just looking at it like it's probably going to be stupid. It's probably going to be stupid. That's what I keep thinking. It's probably going to be dumb. It's probably going to be stupid. But if they do something, and this isn't that bad. It's not that bad. At least they're doing something. And how it ends is really going to determine whether the whole damn thing was worth it or not. Because it's not taking up a lot of time. It's these quick little things. And, if it's not good, well, whatever. It only took up 3 minutes anyway. Unknown callers on the phone. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Joe Jake?
What's up?
What's going on?
What up?
Let's take a sharp left turn from with the normal wrestling show talk. Let's debunk some false news that's been going on. I hear like from different websites and all kind of stuff. One of the big fake news stories is this whole Buddy Murphy deal where they were saying like people didn't know that he was on the roster and blah blah, all this kind of stuff. Out of his own mouth, he said he did not want to be on TV when he first got called up because he wanted time to bulk up so he didn't look so small when he would stand next to guys like Roman Reigns. And nobody's actually reporting that, but he said that himself. He's like in interviews saying that. So
yeah, I've made mention of that initially, but...
Yeah, he could have been on TV a long time ago, but that was his choice because the reason they, he was saying that they took note of the fact that everybody was like, hey, he's been stealing the show on all of these pre-show events before a certain pay-per-views or whatever. And so, they were ready to get pushed.
Granted, with him not wanting to be on TV, it's still the point that they had nothing intended for him to do. He just fell into this angle entirely by being in the background unexpected.
And that's another thing, too. Like, you got to know when you're getting worked. With a company like that, when they're shooting that type of angle that they're going to spend like months and months on, they got security at one end of the hallway and security at the other end. You don't accidentally get into a shot. Like, they do stuff for the purpose of people talking about it off TV, which is free promotion, like how they worked Chris Jericho last week. And that'll be another one of my little debunking theories, which is how everybody's like, oh, Vince, and they're doing all this stuff to counteract AEW, and they're scared, and they want a competition and start a war. Okay, does everybody forget that AEW has been on Wednesday night forever? and initially, what was supposed to happen?
What? What do you mean? Wait a minute. What do you mean it's been on Wednesday night forever? AEW or NXT?
I mean NXT.
Okay,
NXT.
yeah, okay.
And the and the whole thing is it was supposed to be Tuesday night Dynamite and all this stuff. And basically what they found out, which they should have known from the jump, is like the NBA is going to interfere with that. Like when you start getting towards playoff times, they start using TNT and TBS for games. And even on Wednesday, they're still going to get bumped some of those days. It's just going to happen to them. So, but the whole deal was that the Wednesday was NXT's night, period. So all of a sudden, they abandoned their plan from Tuesday and jumped on to the Wednesday. So it's not like somebody's trying to compete against them. It's like, well, you moved to a night, like you had that Tuesday was going to be free because SmackDown was moving to Friday. So AEW would have had their own night. NXT would have had their own night. But instead, they decided, oh, well, let's just go ahead and do Wednesday. So, yeah, I'm like, I don't get with the whole big deal, Jericho and this one and that one, like, oh, Vince is scared of competition and they're doing this to compete against us and all this. Like, what are you talking about?
Because NXT was going to be their rebuttal no matter what. If AEW was going to be on Tuesdays, then they were moving NXT to Tuesdays.
That was never going to happen.
That was going to happen. That was the whole intention. That's why they were waiting to find out where AEW was going.
Okay. That, like I said, they had that Wednesday night. It was already kind of established. And
it was established, and then the reason they're changing their formula to go live is absolutely 110% in response of AEW.
Now going live, yeah, because at this point, why would you sit there? And you see how they work Jericho and all of them to pimp them into doing their free promotion on a Monday night. So, like, because how corny was this? It was like supposedly this leaked story of Hunter told everybody, you guys are going to have to watch Raw on Monday night to see what happens. Come on now. Now, put it to you like this. Those guys, and this is where people got to stop getting worked. When, say it's WrestleMania or whatever, if they want the Hardys to debut and nobody know about it, you see how they can do that whenever they want to?
Oh, yeah, they can keep certain
the rest
secrets.
of the time,
There's no
the
doubt
rest
about
of the
that.
time, they sit there and they throw information out on purpose. And they basically let people do their promotion for them. And then it's like, here, you guys for free go and do our soft rollout. Then we'll do what we our initial plan, which was promoted the next day anyway. In the meantime, if you got, Jericho or whoever sitting somewhere on Monday thinking he's really giving up the scoop, that's exactly why they couldn't do pre-taped NXT shows, because
it would get spoiled.
Giving away, they'd have been doing the old Eric Bischoff giving away finishes and all kind of stuff like that. So
yeah, on AEW. But Joe literally said that day when everything came out. He said that to me on Raw, saying that, oh, it's as simple as, they're just letting Jericho do it for them, and that's why they didn't do their planned, big announcement. Nothing was spoiled. Joe said that out and out that night.
Yeah, and that's but my deal is like so much going live just to compete against AEW is like, no, you go live because at this point, when you have people that are playing the game of, oh, if we think we got a scoop, we'll go out and tell everybody before you get a chance to do it, then why would you have pre-taped shows going against, like if they could do the old, WCW thing of like, well, we'll just give you the results of what's going to happen in NXT.
Yeah,
and it sucks.
But that's exactly the point. That's why they're going live. It's in retaliation of AEW. If AEW wasn't having a weekly show, if they weren't doing anything that was live and episodic, NXT would stay the course. Yeah, NXT wouldn't change. It'd be at Full Sail.
Yeah, no. I 100% get that.
Taped as it is now.
Yeah, no, I 100% get that. But like I said, there's definitely a portion of, because the one thing, like I said, we can agree that there's a lot of things that company does horrible that just sucks. But the one part that just makes me laugh is, and everybody's always talking about who's a mark and who's not a mark and who's getting work. So a lot of times, like a guy like Vince, you don't make that much money just being totally stupid. So it's like,
no,
if
he's not a
that many leaks, you got that many leaks, it'd have been a bunch of people getting eliminated. Obviously, he know there's money in throwing out, stories, and even as far as like, hey, stick this on a website and say so-and-so is going to be there so they can start talking about this.
Yeah, they did that with Meltzer constantly and a few others. They leak valuable information, and then they leak, a lot of times, bullshit. This way, no one is 100% accurate, so it keeps people guessing. And like you said, it was even Joe had said it that night. Cronin called it that they went ahead and they allowed Jericho to do the publicity for them free of charge, and because Jericho's saying it, it reached a wider than WWE audience. The AEW people, fans, whatever, the people that don't tune into WWE but that are wrestling fans viewed it as well and heard about NXT going live thanks to Jericho. So that's why they did it that way. It was beneficial on multiple levels for them without them having to spend a dime. But they absolutely did go live in rebuttal too. I mean, and they would have moved to Tuesdays had need be. That was a parameter that was being prepared for.
Right, but they're sitting there throwing that into the blender too, like the same way how if you really got Triple H standing in a room full of people talking about, hey, you guys are just going to have to watch Raw on Monday night and such as that, like that wasn't going to get out. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, obviously. Like, no one here thought that wasn't a bullshit scenario, but
yeah, and not to just mention how many times, like, and I know nobody likes to roast this guy all the time, but if you're a wrestling fan and you listen to a lot of the different shows and the dirt sheet people, whatever, how many times Meltzer is just absolutely wrong? And he'll say stuff and people take it and run with it like it's the Bible.
Oh, yeah, like, we say it all the time. And that's why unless I know something is a, absolute certainty, I constantly remind people, hey, this is the, current trajectory, but take it with a grain of salt. Things are subject to change.
I'll give you one nobody picked up on. There was right when they were starting that whole Goldberg and Dolph gimmick. Nobody even picked up on it the first week. But what actually happened was there was an interview with The Miz and Dolph, and they were going back and forth. And then The Miz said something like derogatory to Dolph, and he says, oh, well, let's talk about how you just got beat by somebody in 18 seconds at a match. Like, that was worse than Goldberg or something like that, like out of nowhere. And nobody paid attention to it. And then Meltzer is the next day talking about that wasn't a disparaging mark towards Goldberg. That was what he meant was such and such and such. And then, as the weeks unfolded, and it was like, oh, wait a minute. He's saying something about Goldberg on every show. Do you think he walked it back? Yeah, do you think Meltzer walked it back and said, I was an idiot, I was 100% wrong on that? He was like, no, well, my sources said, like, come on, dog, with the bullshit.
Yeah, no, he just passes the buck and blames everybody else.
Yeah, and then he'll say, oh, the story changed. And then this is another one, then I'll let you guys go. The 100% work that's really happening now every week is this story of, oh, the script got torn up. The script got torn up. At a certain point, like I said, there's not that many people that know everything about what's happening, but a lot of this stuff is just to have people debating and speculating, and I guess they think they'll get a couple extra eyes on their product on the show at night, even if it's horrible. But I'm just saying, you know, just keeping in perspective. There's so much bullshit and bullshitters, and even everybody's favorite, what's that clown name? The JD dude or whatever. He tweeted out something about AEW match.
Yeah, he said that Pac wouldn't be the replacement.
Yeah, and then like
7 seconds later, Pac's the
later,
replacement.
Yeah, like 3 minutes later, they posted, and the replacement is Pac. And he had just said,
yeah, he literally said, "I'm tired, you know, of all you
sure
assholes telling me Pac. I'm 100% positive. I know for a fact because he's injured." And then they literally tweet out, "Oh, Pac's the replacement." And
no, exactly. And then it's like, oh,
I've gotten tons of shit wrong, but I admit when I'm wrong, and I also, you know, say, hey, that's why it's an ever-changing business. But I'm not here pretending like, oh, I've got this in lock. You know, you read what's reported. But I'm saying in general.
Dude, you do a great job. I appreciate, you know, you and Joe and everything y'all do. Only thing I was pointing out is there's so many bullshitters in this shit now.
Absolutely.
And they just take advantage of just the ability to just throw some wrong shit out and send everybody down the wrong trail. And it's like sometimes you miss what's really going on because it's so obvious, but you get enough people talking about the wrong bullshit, and, you know, it is what it is. But anyway,
absolutely. No, I wasn't saying you were making a mark against me. That wasn't my point there. My point was I'm speaking directly against, you know, the fucker from New York. You know, when you absolutely say thing is 100% fact and then get proven wrong seconds later and still can't swallow your pride, you know, there's enough is enough.
Yeah, and you guys go ahead and have a good show. I'd like to say one last thing. The funniest shit I saw all night was the fucking chat roasting the little high-pitched person that called in. No, but the funniest thing is somebody please clip. Joe did a straight Mr. Roper face. He just looked in the camera like while the roasting was going on. And like he wanted to bust out laughing, and then he didn't. So props to you for holding that face.
You got to keep it in. You know, you got to go ahead and try and hold it back, but the chat is ruthless. That's why I love him.
But y'all guys go ahead and have a good night, man.
Hey, thank you for a good call. We always appreciate, you know, good insight. And you made a lot of great points. It is the fact that there is so much constant bullshit out there, and you know, that's the thing. There's more fake news that's leaked, and when you hear things, oh yeah, it's not an intent. Of course, it's intentional. Of course, when they want to keep things quiet, they can. But that's how they make their you know, their money off of you know, the constant news cycle, and it helps people, you know, keep their eyes on the product. It's beneficial to them. It works out, but you know, it is just it's frustrating though, because there's so many times where it's like, oh, if you enjoy something, then you're labeled as a mark. You don't enjoy something, you're strictly a hater, or you know, it's you can't critique things nowadays. You can't call anything down the middle either, because then you're you know, you're fence sitting, or you know, it's just you can't, you know, you can't win no matter what. I've had, you know, a few things told to me with utmost certainty, and I've reported that as 100%. You know, I say things, Christ, I can't even think of much, but Triple H's match at Mania. You know, I was told for a fact from the, you know, the very minor few sources, quote unquote, that I have, you know, the one guy that I do speak to. Anytime I hear anything, it works out. It's reliable. Oh, it's going to be a career match, and I say this, and oh, fuck you, you don't know anything, fat ass, and then it happens, and it's like, hey, little vindication. But I've been wrong just as much, and that's the thing. But at least here we you know, do admit to it, and we also kind of warn you guys that it is ever changing, and you have to keep in mind too.
There's a difference, Jake. Like,
yeah, there's a huge difference, and things could be reported today that are absolute fact. Vince could tell everybody, hey, tomorrow you're going to see The Fiend and Seth Rollins and Hell in a Cell, and then Vince could wake up tomorrow and change it, and then we look like the assholes.
There's two different
because
things.
He changed his mind.
This is why a lot of times, like, I don't put myself with the rumor. Like, if there's a rumor that's going on, I'll be like, so they're saying that, you know, it looks like Roman's going to face this guy.
You give your opinion.
I don't fucking want anything to do with being wrong or right as far as that goes. But there are some times where I say, they should do this, or I'm really hearing this. This looks like what's happening. This is what's going on. You know, but then there's also the times where you say, mark my words, it's gonna be this thing or that thing. Now that's you saying your opinion of, like, you 100% believe that that's what's happening. That's you speculating, but feeling that you know enough about everything that you're gonna get something right. That's different than you reporting a rumor that someone else is talking about and saying, I think that's the rumor that's gonna happen. You know, there's 3 different things. There's you talking about rumors. There's you, like, strongly believing in the rumors of which one's going to be right or not. And then there's your strong opinion. And the one that you don't want to be wrong about...
Or your report itself. You know, sometimes...
Yeah, or your own report.
Something to report. So there's many dynamics to it.
I narrowly have my own report. I almost never have my own report.
Yeah, it's very few and far between. We've had a few things here and there.
I speak about the reports. I don't necessarily give my own report. There's once in a while, though, where I will say, it seems like, obviously, they're going this way with it, and then whatever happens, happens. But
like
yeah,
recently, I told you they were not changing anything with the Fiend, and you know, they weren't getting rid of the Lantern. They weren't, you know, that everything had been scanned in for the game and whatnot. That was fact before that even came to light in a story.
Yeah. But
you know, and then it's reported days later, and it's like, yeah, you know, I told you this to begin with, you know.
Sean's view is none of those 3.
Yeah.
No, Sean's view just...
He acts like he's calling up Vince and getting insight.
I mean, I will do lots of different videos about crazy rumors. Like, I might 10% believe it, but I'm still going to talk about it because you have to like, make things go.
Yeah,
but when you tweet out that I know this is happening, mark my words, or whatever the fuck, like, well, that's weird. Like, now you're getting into something different. 305's on the phone. Hello.
Hi, Jake. Hi, Joe.
What's
I have
up?
a question, or I have an idea for this. Honestly, this whole whodunit thing, this feels like a master manipulator type of heel thing, because it doesn't fit Daniel Bryan's character, a heel character, because he's supposed to be a high and mighty, worrying about the environment type of heel. Like, he looks down on people. This feels like a Joe thing. I think Joe's playing everybody, making everyone think he didn't do it, but he's controlling everything behind the scenes. Like, because that whole Joe coming out saying he didn't do this, I honestly think that's a work. Don't you agree? The whole Joe coming out, that whole part when Joe came out.
Well, the whole show's a work. The whole show's a work.
No, but specifically with this storyline with Roman, I think this fits Joe's character more, Samoa Joe's character more.
So you think that, you know, he's just the, you know, the fall guy at this point in time? That Daniel Bryan's just
I think Bryan
being blamed.
Yeah, I think Bryan and it doesn't fit Bryan's heel character. Don't you agree? Because he's supposed to be a high and mighty heel that thinks he's better than everybody because he's a vegan and he cares about the environment and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that he's involved in this, but yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen here. It's very interesting. I mean, we again, people are saying Luke Harper, but you know, again, we really thought Luke Harper was gonna get buried, but I still find it hard to believe they're not gonna use Luke at all for a year. So
I'm shocked at that as well. Like, what a waste. But that was one of the things that was like expressed to me early on. And why him of all people does he get buried, but others don't? I mean, you've got bastards.
Sasha.
Well, you're working with the National Highway Safety people talking about DUIs, but you employ the Usos. But you're going to bury Luke Harper because he wants to go ahead and be let go since you're not using him?
And
you know,
Sasha, she's not being like treated like Luke.
Yeah, she's not being lambasted. She's got a title shot on the way.
And the difference is it's because of how they value you. It's always been like this with them. They don't give a shit about Luke, I guess. And so when he goes and does something like that, they're pissed. Sasha does something like this, they're like, oh no, please Sasha, come on, come back, it's okay. Like, they treat her completely different.
Shit bum.
And that's the difference. Shit bum.
Should have used your crossbow to get that wasp.
I know. You know what? I honestly, Donnie, I thought about it. And it would have been fun to try to shoot it off the chandelier, because as it landed on it. Although I don't know if you can call it a chandelier. Like, just 4 lights coming down from the ceiling and like an $80 light fixture. I don't know. That's not really a chandelier at all, but I'll just call it a chandelier, and because I have a house now, and I'll make it sound like I have something cool. But yeah, I could have shot it right off that damn thing. That could have been fun. Imagine that. God, that could have been fun.
Could have been fun.
I might have broken something, and Leah would have been pissed. But I was like getting the kid out of the room. I was like, "Get out of here!" Shoving him downstairs, closing the basement door. Like, get down there, giant fucking wasp.
There is a trailer out for Girl on the Third Floor, CM Punk's acting debut.
What?
He's the lead in the movie. It's about a man and wife, husband and wife, CM Punk and Treese Kelly Dunn. They go and try to renovate their Victorian home themselves, but I guess there's some evil, dark, sordid history of the house, and it ends up, becoming pretty graphic and it's a horror movie. So I haven't seen the trailer yet, but the premise sounds interesting.
I think what you need to do is get out of my house, or whatever the hell he sounds like. It's weird that CM Punk and Mike Bennett both sound the same, yet
Identical.
CM Punk...
I thought you were crazy when you said that, but
yet CM Punk is from Chicago, and Mike Bennett is from right here in Boston.
The accent, you figure, would be a deal breaker, but nope, not at all.
Yeah, it's very weird. They both speak the same way. They both speak the same sort of, like, cuck. Like, it's very weird. Mike Bennett, and for the people that don't know this, that Mike Bennett and CM Punk both dated Maria Kanellis, and of course Mike Bennett marries Maria Kanellis. So that's weird too. The two guys from different areas both sound exactly the same, but yet they
want to link them together.
Like what? And now they're dating the same woman. Like, listen into Mike Bennett for a second. For the people that don't know what I'm talking about, I've done this before, but here you go.
And get out of my ring.
This is Mike Bennett.
I'm standing in a beyond ring.
This is Mike Bennett.
Unfortunately, Maria actually likes to get paid when she wrestles.
Oh, that's a bad mic. Here, let me give you a TNA one. This one probably sounds
The
bad.
most important thing in the world, and that's myself. Billy, listen.
Can you hear this?
Yes, I can.
Who does this sound like? Does this sound like CM Punk or Mike Bennett? I got a video here.
Having to witness my wife go through that was very
Well, now you know it's Mike Kanellis, but
troublesome.
Yeah,
and
but
having to lose to EC3 at Slammiversary was worse. I am a damn star, Billy, and I have been damn near perfect in this company. I've won 99.9999% of my matches. So I deserve a title shot, Billy. I mean, hell, if Babe Ruth was standing in front of you, would you slight him? What about Steph Curry?
it's even his delivery. It's like, dude, this guy, it's like, is this CM Punk?
Yeah, the pacing in his tone, the way he, says each line, it really.
It's weirdly similar. Weird.
Though he's a pretty good ass kisser. Always was and still is.
He sounds like he's like he talks faster, but he's got the same voice.
There's an option C to that title. And I want to cash that in and go on to become world champion.
Just weird how they sound alike. Anyway, and then it's like Maria must love that voice or something. It's so
She's
weird.
all about it.
We've been over this before, but I like to repeat things to the new to some of the new people that are here. He's feeding them to chickens. What kind of son of a bitch? He's feeding them the chickens. Made my whole night, yo. Sam Clark, what's up, dude? I still can't believe that guy pulled those fucking hornets out of that lady's house wall, put them in a tub, brought them to a farm, and fed them to fucking chickens. Yeah. This is so bizarre. I mean,
chickens should be eating nuggets.
Well, someone said chickens eat their own shit, so I don't know.
Probably tastier.
Probably are. Well, that's about it, man. I think we covered SmackDown for what it was, for what it is. And
I'm going to be giving it a 5. I mean, good wrestling, some focus on the pay-per-view, leaves room for improvement, obviously, but better watch than Raw was last night.
Yeah, I agree. Better than Raw, but not much.
Not much.
Not much, you sorry sons of bitches.
And now we get Samoa Joe taking on Ricochet, Cedric Alexander and Baron Corbin, Elias versus Ali, and Andrade versus Chad Gable. So, should be interesting.
Yikes. Let's try one more call. And then I'll go to video game time. Unknown caller, hello.
Hey, Joe. I think the only thing worse than Raw today was, SmackDown. I'm drunk, my bad.
No, SmackDown,
Yeah, is the fact that Drew's wife's pussy had cobwebs on it.
Oh, no, my God. No! Oh, my God! No, you son of a bitch! Oh, my God, no.
Cobwebs.
Oh, my God.
I would have said Etherman baby gravy, but not cobwebs.
I hope to God, somebody clips that for Twitter. Oh, my God.
Poor Drew. Poor Drew.
Oh, I'm fucking dying inside, dude. Oh, my God, Drew, your wife's cobweb pussy. By the way, earlier today I put up Morning Madness on Patreon, so if you're a $5 patron or above, you were able to hear Morning Madness. It went up this afternoon time. It is 41 minutes long, and I thought it was a pretty fun little episode. So go check it out on Patreon if you missed that, plus all the other stuff going up there, and more. Anything else you wanted to say, Joe?
I don't know, Joe. Anything else?
No, I got nothing. Did I say Joe to you?
Yeah.
Jesus. I'm all fucked up, bro.
Hey, I'm right there with you. No, that was it. Some interesting things to discuss tomorrow on Out of Nowhere. We'll hopefully have Connor with us again, and we'll have a good time with the chat. It'll be a hell of a party through Hump Day. But besides that, no, nothing else about SmackDown.
Tomorrow night, man. Lots of wrestling rumors, lots of wrestling to talk about. I may even watch...
A lot of stuff to cover with AEW as well, because
yeah.
All Out this weekend.
Yeah, we got to do our predictions sort of there, I guess. We'll do them tomorrow. Yeah. That's going to be big, man. I'm looking fucking forward to this weekend.
It's going to be a hell of a show. Big wrestling weekend with NXT UK.
Yes! Yes, Jake, yes! Sorry, NXT UK.
Get hyped, baby.
When's NXT UK? Because I may watch that.
2 o'clock Saturday?
2 p.m.?
I believe so.
Hell yeah, baby. We can watch that. Then
so.
AEW's that night. Let's just wax the carrot right now.
All wrestling, baby.
That is awesome.
It's going to be a good weekend.
Nothing
Talk
Sunday.
about Die-Hard wrestling.
Yeah. When's the next pay-per-view for WWE? 3 weeks?
The 15th, I believe.
Yeah, that's good. Give
or take cool. It's in the teens, early teens for September.
Settle down there, Mr.
Yeah, the 15th. 15th.
Make sure they're not. Right. Then they can't be in their teens. They got to be 20s at least. Settle down there, man. Come on.
No good pussy in their 20s. Just.
Oh. How about that video I put up the other day of the TNA and WWE? Dude, you see my face? Looked like I was, I mean, honestly, if I shave my face now, it's not much different. I mean, I don't think so.
I don't know. I'd have to see without the facial hair. It's been a while.
I haven't shaved my face in 8 months.
I haven't shaved my face in years all the way.
I mean, it just won't grow. But Leah took a picture of me asleep with one of the kids the other day. We were sleeping on the bed, I guess, and he crawled up on me and went to sleep. So she took a picture, and I'm like this, laying like this, and it's a shot from here, and you just see this, and it looks like it doesn't even look like real. It looks like somebody tried to put fucking hair on me and it didn't work out. It's really weird.
Bad transplant. Yeah,
it's really bad. But here I look
that spotchy look when I first shaved too. And
I look like I'm on drugs here, by the way. I was running a website where I went live from Streamlabs on a website, and I had about 30 viewers every night, and I had about maybe 35 to 50 hits on my website a day where I would talk about sports and stuff, and that was 2010, 2009. It's just crazy. I sound hilarious.
10 years ago,
Going back in time and saying we
Listen to his
wanted
voice.
Stone Cold Steve Austin to be a bad guy.
Bad guy?
Heel, and
I just sound like the Joker.
The crowd just didn't want to go for it. They started to like him. So what if they edit out the crowd?
Now, this is my old apartment, so in the back here, that's the baby's room, and then to the right here is the kid's room. This is the place where I was hosting I was going to be Tom Green's co-host on his internet website on his show, and that's why I was out here yelling like Quiznos, and like Leah could hear me in the other room, was like, shut the fuck up, and I'm like, no, you don't understand, I'm getting paid Tom Green, I'm on Tom Green's new show, and she's like, I don't give a fuck fuck Tom Green. And she's like, I'm like, no, the guy, Tom Green from like MTV and Freddy Got Fingered, all the movies. And she's like, he's a fake. And I'm like, and he heard that. He's like, who is that? Tell her to shut up and kill her. Maybe you should kill that person. Then after a little while, Tom Green was like, get rid of this asshole. And then he like never called me back again. And after he'd been like, you'd be great for the co-host.
Yeah, to think what could have been.
It was great. I had a blast. And the guy fucking.
Did you listen to any of Chappelle's new Netflix special?
No, but I've 3 times I've stared at it as I was going to sleep, and I was like, oh, I gotta watch this now. But no, go to bed. I gotta go to bed. But
I'm like 25 minutes into it.
Is it good?
It's so good so far.
His last couple were like one. I think I remember one I thought was really good, and then the other I just kind of didn't think was as good. So I'm hoping this one's obviously a home run as well.
Already the media is like picking apart jokes out of context or even just saying things in context. But if you pull one line out of a 3-minute joke, it doesn't have the same effect.
Imagine if you're a white comic, how scared you have to be if you're a white comic now.
He makes, reference to that. And he's even talking about, Louis C.K. and how he died in a terrible masturbation accident. But this is him back to his old form so far from what I've seen. And it's been hilarious, but just he's so scathing. He's not taking any shit, and he's really giving it to the audience. And
I saw that, and I was like, okay. And somebody was like, oh, he's so real and everything. I'm like, yeah, but imagine if he was a white guy. You could never say anything like this if you're a white.
Oh, no, you couldn't at all.
But I do look forward to it, and I hope he is a psycho. I don't want anybody to be watered down anymore. Dude, Louis C.K., after just showing his dick or whatever, he must have actually done something else that was crazier. Because who's the guy who's out there touring around? There was a guy who's out there touring around. Or was the guy who punched Rihanna in the face or whatever? Chris Brown. So Chris Brown's out there doing all kinds of shit. He's like a known women beater. And he's out there like, oh, Louis C.K. just took his dick out in front of a bunch of people that wanted to come up see him anyway.
Yeah, but it fits with the agenda right now. Like, if Chris Brown did this now, I think the cancel culture is so strong. Pro Jared released his rebuttal today.
That's true.
And it's like a 40-something minute, reply on his stance with everything and his opinions and his receipts, basically. And he goes on and on talking about all the lies and bullshit that happened with him, and he owns up to some of his faults. I listened to it. It is compelling in its own right, but I mean, he's not going to be able to recover it all. He's just got to disappear, and if he really wants to try and come back, start anew. But
what's weird
there's no way for him to recover. But he does say at the end, no one likes cancel culture until they get the chance to cancel somebody, and that's a great line. That is respectfully true, and that's the thing. Everybody jumped on the bandwagon with Louis, and really, I mean, he didn't force anybody. He just said, hey, can I touch myself in front of you? I mean,
yeah. And it was years ago.
He didn't hold anybody down. He didn't say like, oh, I'm going to do this if you want your job. Like, there was no threat. He just had an affinity for touching himself in front of people. It's a kink. I mean, really, what's the difference between that and a foot fetish? I mean, the person wasn't willing. He should have got up and walked away. There wasn't a power dynamic there. He wasn't forcing people.
Louis C.K. though, he should have came right out and said, fuck you. Fuck you.
He should have. But
he should have said the shit that I've seen backstage and at parties and at things with people, and you're upset because one night I was like, hey, can I take my dick out? Like, I didn't rape anybody. I didn't kill anybody. Did I rape and kill anybody? Oh, but is this guy and this guy walking around okay? Okay, shut the fuck up. Cancel this, motherfucker. That's what my next DVD, if I was Louis C.K., would be cancel this. It'd be me giving the middle finger, cancel this. That's a special. Yeah. Cancel this, motherfucker. And Louis
but it was just too strong, and he backed down.
I'm surprised. What a pussy, dude. Louis C.K., you're a fucking pussy. If I was Louis C.K., dude, I'd have grabbed the microphone. I would have started. But dude, my next special is called I Should Have Raped Him. Like that like seriously, like my next special would have opened up with, I wish I just jacked off in their faces, because like all I did was like play with my pud and they were like, ugh, and then like nothing happened and it was weird. And then like 7 years later, now I'm in trouble. Like I don't understand what's going on here. Like Harvey Weinstein like did some really fucked up stuff, and like, he got in trouble. That made sense, kind of.
Yeah, he's the one that really.
But like Louis C.K., like, I want to see my dick. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the hell is going on? There's like politicians who roofied people years ago who are still walking around like, hey, everything's okay. Hey, Bill Clinton, hey, how you doing, man? You're cool. Remember when in college? No, who cares? It's just like so ridiculous. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like the fucking dude. Meanwhile, like you said, half the women who are like, ew, Louis C.K., blah blah blah, they're probably at the Chris Brown concert.
Yeah,
the fuck are you talking about?
They're the ones
that
are fully supporting him endlessly, and it's like, how the hell did we get here? How did this happen?
Yeah, I think people are starting to catch on now to be like, hey, I apologize if you're upset by stuff, but at the same time, I don't apologize. Fuck you. This is what happened. Like, come out and tell people, nah, this is what went down. It's not really that big a deal. Nice try. Go make your money off somebody else, bitch. Because I'll be live. I'll be live Tuesday night at the Comedy Store, motherfuckers. Unless they're pussies, I'll see you there. Bring a gun, bitch. Like I mean,
that happened with the Creek in the Cave for the Legion of Skanks guys. They've been there for I don't even know how many years now. They've called that their hive. They go live every Monday with their, Big J Okerson and all them they do their comedy stuff. And they wanted to interview Milo Yiannopoulos.
Yeah.
And they didn't even actually have him there because Milo said that, I couldn't risk anybody's safety, and so they did it at their own studio. But just because they wanted to interview him, they didn't support him. They immediately got lambasted by the media, called Nazis, all this stuff. And then the Creek in the Cave, ended up like cutting ties with them. Well, they cut ties with them eventually, but it all led to them no longer being there, all because they wanted to interview somebody.
Right.
And it's like, Jesus. So, they basically fought against the canceling and told everybody to go fuck themselves.
These people surround themselves in a circle where they don't want conversation. So if anybody comes in and gets conversation, like that's why they attack. They call them Nazis, they call them crazy. It's like, dude, is Milo really a Nazi? Isn't he gay? Like, and all these things. It's like,
married to a black guy.
To a black guy, he's gay. Yeah, he's a Nazi. Okay.
And he was with Ari Shaffir, and they're calling Ari a Nazi. He's as Jewish as he could be.
He's a Jew, you fucking idiots. And listen, I don't even support everything he does. I don't agree with everything Milo does at all, but but he has the right to go around and do what he wants and give his opinion, and he's not a Nazi. I'm sorry,
freedom of speech.
But yeah, if you're in that circle, they don't want you in that circle. So if you come from the outside and you go, hey, can I debate you on some of these things? No, you're a Nazi, because they don't want to talk because they're wrong. So they don't want to talk.
Exactly. And they can't rebuttal, and they can't use logic, and they can't use common sense to battle against you. So all they can do is silence you.
Such a weird world, man. And you know what? You know what it is like the police and the judicial system is still against black people. Like, it still locks up people for marijuana and stuff like that. But socially, it's the other way now. So it's like we're attacking everybody on all fronts. If you're like socially and media wise, people are being attacked. Mostly like males and stuff like that, and white males and stuff. But economically and in the judicial system in the actual world, those people are still being attacked by the way our laws are. It's like everybody's under attack right now by everybody in some way. It's so weird, man. That's why everybody feels up against the wall, because everyone's being attacked somehow. It's very bizarre.
Yep.
It's the weirdest. Like, the stuff that's been going on for years is still going on, but now there's new stuff that's going on.
Exactly. I mean, you have rallies now where you can't even clap, and then people are getting beat, but everybody has to, ESL wave their hands in agreement.
Who advocated for pedophilia? Who the hell is that? Who did that? That's weird. That's creepy. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna play some games, I guess. I think this coffee just woke me up a little bit. I think I'm gonna play games. I don't know, maybe just for a little while. But yeah, OMT in the chat. He's apparently a Nazi. Wow, that's crazy. But no, like, who the fuck is it? No one's a Nazi anymore. Like, there's maybe 1,000 of them somewhere.
Well, that's the thing. It's not even, like you said, an actual issue, and people just throw it out there.
Yeah, I mean, there are some out there, but it's like you can't.
But it's such a minuscule amount. It's not an actual issue.
It's like, stop calling people who aren't Nazis Nazis. You're making light of Nazis. Like, you're making it like, oh, soon that word means nothing because it's like everyone's a Nazi, I guess. So like, it's all Nazis. People that say like, oh, anybody that voted for Trump is a Nazi. Really? So half the country's a Nazi? You really believe that? Because if that was true, I'm fucking terrified if that's true, and that's not true. So because if it was, I'm fucking terrified, and there's no way.
Problem.
There's no way because half the country voted for Obama. More than half the country voted for Obama. Like a lot of these people voted for Obama. I voted for Obama. So it's like, is everyone's a Nazi? No, they aren't. I voted for Obama. So did everybody else. Now, I didn't vote in this election, but it's just like funny. Everyone's a Nazi. No, they're not. Fuck are you talking about? There's no way. Otherwise, why would anybody live here? It'd be fucking terrifying.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
It's maddening. It's completely maddening.
I'd go to Mexico then. If half the country was a Nazi, I'd get the fuck out of here. I'd go to Mexico or somewhere else. Like, there's no way I'd be here. AEW's coming up, man. Who the fuck is ready? AEW Saturday night. Dude, I am going to look like a jack-o'-lantern, like, light up on this weekend. I can't wait. No Moxley. I mean, dude, that is... I almost feel like I'm ignoring that and trying to, like, pretend that that's not real.
Yeah. I mean, Pac and Omega is going to be a great match, but I am devastated that Moxley can't attend, and I feel so bad for him. I mean, I had a severe staph infection that they thought was MRSA, and that's the thing, like staph, MRSA, that never leaves you, I guess, from what I was understanding. Like, you always have that dormant, so that's why you're so susceptible. That's why I get infections easier too, and he'll have an issue with that forever and a day. So he can get something minor, and it can turn into MRSA that easy.
Oh yeah,
Leah had MRSA. Have that sac removed in his elbow.
Dude, Leah had MRSA like, what was it, 5 years before, or 7 years or something before Gavin was born. And we're in the hospital giving birth to Gavin, my firstborn, in 2009. And all of a sudden, they were like, "You've had MRSA?" They were like, "We didn't know that." And they realized something, like on her chart, they saw it. And like then all of a sudden, the nurses would come in beekeeper outfits.
Yeah.
And that was from like her having MRSA like 7 years before. And they even tested and checked and like, okay, you don't have it now, it looks like. But they still wore the outfits because that's how
they
crazy.
Still have to protect themselves. And
yeah.
Yeah, I went ahead and when I was first in the hospital, I had 106-degree fever. And so I was really out of it. I don't remember much for days at a time. But one of the things I do remember is coming to and seeing all these people around me. And it looked like that scene from E.T. where they're all in like, the gear from head to toe for isolation stuff. And I couldn't have any family around, nothing, until they cleared me to know that I didn't have MRSA. But I woke up freaking out because you just see people in hazmat suits.
Yeah.
Not knowing where you are, packed with ice, like just trying to figure out what the hell's going on. They got fans and ice on me and no idea. You just wake up and see people in these friggin' gigantic suits.
Like, it was crazy. In the first Resident Evil movie, like, this can't be good. With Leah, it was bad because they didn't tell us what was going on. So it was like 1 minute they were in there normal, and then out of nowhere they're coming in with fucking like in hazmat suits, and we're like, is something going on that we don't know about in the hospital, or like why are you in a hazmat suit?
Yeah, why now and why us?
And then she was like, "Oh, it's because of your like," and it was like, "Oh," so it was kind of like it was off-putting because we were like, "What's going on?" And they kind of made Leah feel shitty. But I was like, oh, okay, well, we
make
get
you feel like you're dirty or something.
But no one said that. No one came in and said, like, oh, we just realized that, you had this MRSA, so we have to take this extra precaution now, so we're going to be wearing... They didn't say anything like that. They just started showing up with all these gloves on, and we're like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
like, what the hell?
Give me an update here.
And then the nurse, like, vaguely explained it, like, almost like it wasn't her job to explain it, kind of like that, but then no one had explained it, so what's happening?
Crazy. Especially when you're in the dark like that and you're nervous already that you have a child on the way.
We did a poll on this on my Twitter a little while back on how people voted in my community, and it came out pretty even. But it looked like people were mostly looked like the 60% lean left. So like,
yeah, you said it was almost close to being split. So
yeah, but I told Leah because she thought it was going to be more right leaning, and I was like, nah, it's about equal.
I assume so as well.
Really, yeah. It used to be the other way. It was far left. Now it was more towards the middle. It's very interesting to see the poll of the listeners and everybody.
Yeah,
a lot of us are more towards the middle, I think. But that's why I think everybody's like that now. Nobody stands for any of this bullshit anymore. All these.
Well, that's
people.
what it is. People are just sick of the bullshit, and they just want to go ahead and make their own decisions. You don't have to be pigeonholed into, right or left leaning. You can have different feelings about different situations.
Yeah, you can be a hybrid now. Everybody's a hybrid. We're gonna get a hybrid. Oh my God, he scored right away. We're gonna get a hybrid president again soon. I mean, Trump's kind of one, but we're gonna get another one that's like independent, full on. Anyway, I just fucking got scored on by the goddamn Ovechkin, and he's on the Maple Leafs.
Evil bastards.
That's bullshit. Money Nitro's far left, he says.
Yeah, see? So, I'll let you focus. I will see you all tomorrow for Out of Nowhere. Everybody stay sexy. Have a good night. Joe, go kick their ass. Bring home that cup.
Gonna bring home a dinner soon. I'm bringing home a
Just
dinner.
Don't bring home any more friggin' goddamn European Hornets.
Dude, I'm really concerned about what's in the backyard, or what's
Creepy
where,
shit.
if that nest is out there.
I don't envy you for that.
Yeah, I'm a little worried.
You will find the, the hive eventually, and that'll be a hell of a video.
All right, good night, baby.
All right, take care, everybody. Have a good night.
Wow, this guy got a fucking penalty shot. Good night, baby. See you tomorrow night for Out of Nowhere. God damn it. I'm far out, says DDP's magnificent mullet. That's fucking hilarious. I'm far out, man. Hell yeah, baby. Thank you guys for being here tonight, man. Thanks for all the support earlier and last night. And I'll hang out for a few here. USJW crazed or more real racist. Yeah, the SJWs have become the real racists. It's crazy. It's very strange. I don't think there's really any SJWs here. I mean, I think all of us are normal. I think. Well, we're not normal, but, we're something. The SJWs make up a small percentage of the country, too. But they're sick, man. There's weird people. Everybody's got to be nice to each other. If you find the nest, spray it with hot shot. It will kill them when they get back in it. Can I put that in a super soaker? I'm thinking of getting a super soaker. I might just hire someone, though, because honestly, guys, I'm terrified of these fucking things. I'm not joking. I'm not scared of a lot of, I'm not that scared of other things, but I'm pretty fucking terrified of these things. I'd rather be dealing with some, weird guy who's in my backyard on PCP looking like he wants to try to break into my car. I'd rather deal with that than fucking a bunch of bees. Seriously. And I don't think we're really going to see that out here, but back where I used to live, you would. My buddy's mother has been missing for 19 days. My friend's mother, and she moved to, I don't know, Hanson, Massachusetts or something. And she moved there 3 months ago. And she went into her, and she brought her car into the mechanic. And then went home. Got brought home by somebody who they knew who brought her home. A friend brought her home. And then 2 days later, she was supposed to see her grandchildren. And she was someone who really just was friendly with her kids and her grandchildren. And had one friend somewhere else, and she really kind of kept to herself, and she moved out close to where her daughter lives, kind of. And she went out, got the car thing done, got dropped off at home, and then she didn't, I'm getting my ass kicked here. She didn't hear from her, her daughter didn't hear from her. She went to see her, and the back door was unlocked, her dog was home, and she's just missing. And they don't know where she is, so I've been watching my poor friend's, Facebook posts every day. And it's just the saddest thing, man. He's like, I want you to come home, Mom, and I don't know. Can you imagine, you don't know what happened to your mom? Is she in trouble somewhere? Did she die somehow? Why? Did somebody grab her? Did she hit her head? Did she go for a walk, trying to walk to the store because she didn't have a car and get lost somewhere? What the fuck is going on? And the police have come out today saying they have no idea what's going on. They have no idea. There's a goal. It's just the worst, man. I don't really talk to this friend that much anymore, but I hit him up earlier today because I can't believe the anxiety, man. She moved there 2 months ago. There's like a lot of houses on that street area. And I'm like, all her keys, everything was at home. She doesn't have a cell phone. She doesn't use a computer. So all she has is a home phone. She's like 65. One of the, somebody who didn't get a computer, doesn't use technology, just has her house phone. And it's just really weird. And it's driving me nuts, man, because I can't stand stuff like that, like not knowing what the hell's going on. KC is raw. She got sold to Russian pimps. That's what I'm worried about.
Joe, I'm SJW. I'm super offended with this stream.
KC is raw. I know you're not, or you have been gone a long time ago. You would have been like, what is going on here? We're mounting the comeback a little bit, guys. We're mounting the comeback before PUBG starts. Because PUBG's coming. Go deep, guys. Go deep. Oh, we're not going to get deep, you dummies. I don't understand what they've done. I guess they searched the area a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, I agree. Put cameras in, no doubt. I definitely recommend people have cameras, like in your back and your front. Everyday Jam, what's up? Joe will be exposed as an SJW soon. I'm not SJW though, because I'm not out for I wouldn't be out to bury somebody. By the way, I'm going live on Twitch for the people wondering. I'm not out to like bury someone and go after someone's job and like whatever. You know what I mean? And I get jokes. Like jokes are totally cool. Like I don't care how fucked up the jokes are. Maybe she was sick of her kids bothering her, Paul says. Nah, because like I hear that she's like really yeah, PUBG's coming up. She was really into the kids, and she's just like my mom. That's what made me think of is my mom. I was like, my mom's going to be moving out next to us soon. You know? And I'm like, did one of the neighbors do something? I don't know, it just sounds really weird, dude. It sounds really weird. And I feel like with all the trafficking going on, but I also feel like it could just be as simple as she went out for... Oh my god, what a stop. That guy just saved this bacon, dude. Well, that's going to be a penalty shot. She left with a secret lesbian. That could be it. She could have left with a secret lesbian, that's true. Got him that time. Yeah, I mean, okay, so I told you guys about the story about my mom on a Morning Madness episode on Corrupted. And, like, we didn't hear from my mom for, like, 9 hours, and it was weird. And so, like, we freaked out. My aunt freaked out so much, she called the damn cops to check on her. And I started heading over there. And we found out everything was okay, but it was like... I mean, I was really scared, you know? My mom is my only, like, anything, you know what I mean? I have my mom, that's it. My grandparents are all dead. My dad obviously died when I was 8. So it's like that's it, my mom. That's all I care about. So, like, that was freaking me out. So this guy's mom to be missing, to not know what's happening, is the worst. Like, dude, I don't even know. And you got to go to work and shit. And it's like, how the fuck am I supposed to be at work when I don't know where my mother is? You know, that would just destroy me. Like, my life would be destroyed. Anybody went missing. Dude, this is bothering me. It's not my mom. It's not my mom, and I'm like, where is this fucking lady? Like, the police have no idea? Are you kidding me? Like, we can't put a dog... We can't have a dog smell her scent and then go looking for her in the forest or whatever. What a goal. We're coming back. A turkey gang... maybe a gang of turkeys ate her fucking whole body. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, a gang of turkeys may have eaten my mother's friend's pussy. I mean, who knows? But no, seriously. See, everything's a joke. It's terrifying me, man. Ooh. Troy says he might play. He says his buddy Tyler's over, though. Which, you know what that means. He's taking in the rump. Let's go. Let's do this. Oh, man. I almost made... Oh, I did. Oh, snuck it in short side. Almost happened. And the Maple Leafs try to dump it out. Giordano recovers the puck in the neutral zone. He spins and loses it. Sagan recovers. Drops it back to Giordano. Giordano cuts in and gains entry into the zone. Dumps it back to Van Riemsdyk, who fires into the ankles of his own teammate. Van Riemsdyk recovers the puck. Gets squashed at the half wall. Now it's kicked out by Kosher, who's coming in. 2-on-1 situation. Chara robs them of the pass. Van Riemsdyk to Sagan, who's gonna break away. Here comes Sagan. Dumps it to Van Riemsdyk. They score! The Bruins tie the game. Toronto, Boston 3-3 in the middle of the second period. Sorry, I lost my mind there. Sorry. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Oh, I guess the score wasn't even up for you guys. There you go. Whew. I got really excited there. Van Riemsdyk with a magical performance here. Look at Sagan sell the shot, spin and curl and pass, and then Van Riemsdyk goes right underneath the crossbar. Look at that disappearing act by Sagan, delivering the package to Van Riemsdyk. Donnie M316, what's up, bro? How you doing? Donnie M, thanks for subbing. That's 8 months in a row from Donnie. Donnie with some mega support on Twitch, man, and subscribing. You get all access to all the previous Twitch streams and previous Twitch videos when you subscribe. And it's free to subscribe if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber. Oh, look at this. Look at this Perry. Perry coming in. Oh. Chara was looking for the kill. Ooh, Petrangelo deked out of his shoes. I'm going to PUBG in a minute, everybody, for the people wondering. Oh, get the rebound. Oh, what a save. Taves to Nylander. Nylander rears back on the wrister and misses. Kessel. Oh, fuck. Let's go, bro. You want to go? You want to go? You want to go? Come on, man. What do I got? Forsberg? Come on, Forsberg. Come on, Forsberg! Oh, man. I'm fighting a big-ass dude. Oh, goes under. Comes over. Oh, you bastard. What a fight, though. What a fight. God damn it. What a fight. All because of that hit right there on Nylander. In comes the big boy. Well, that was fun. Oof. That puck just took the weirdest bounce I've ever seen, man. Wow, they got the power play for that, too? Oh, what a magical move! DeBrusque, dude. DeBrusque is fucking all over the place right now. Oh, one-timer! We're coming back, baby. We're coming back. We're coming back, baby. The Prestige, Pure Prestige Productions. What's up? Yeah, they let him fight in the game, yeah. It's just like the... Hey, if it's in the game, it's in the game, bro. There's fighting in hockey is fighting in the game. It's always been fighting in this game. Oh, Nash, you bastard. Oh, no. Yeah, it was a glitch goal. He's looking for that same goal every time. Are you guys watching this? He does that same move every time and looks for that goal. This guy is a pussy piece of shit. He obviously figured out how he can score every time with a wrist shot from there. He misses a lot with it, but he tries it every time. This whole fucking game, this retard idiot shoots the same way every time. What a bitch. Dude, I hate guys like this. He's tried this shot the whole game. Look at this. Zig, zag. Okay, there's the spot. Like, he looks for it every time. Every time, bro. Wow. My kids all start school tomorrow, so it's gonna be a nice time, man. Tomorrow's gonna be a nice time. I got only two of my kids going to school. The youngest doesn't have school yet, obviously, so we don't have to worry about that. Started college today, majoring in computer engineering. That's awesome, Glorious. What's up, Glorious? Thanks for the $1, man. I don't think it reads anything below 3. I think that's why that didn't pop up. But I do see it on my alert feed. How's Twitch doing? Is the party on Twitch right now? No, it's not. Jesus. Party is not on Twitch right now. God damn it. Might have to just go to Twitch. Pure Prestige, happy birthday. Happy birthday, I'm gonna kill this guy. Yeah, come get some, Chara. Oh, you bastard. Boom! Sit down, Chara. Oh my god. We gotta come back, man. We came back down from 3. We were down from 3. We gotta be able to come back from 1. Wow, that was close. Double team his ass. Why did you lose the puck, you idiot? Here he goes. There's the glitch. He's looking for it every time. There it is. He's bad at it, but he tries it every time. Or this wraparound glitch right here. Really? They gave me a penalty for that? Boom! Joe, what do you think about Roman Reigns in Hobbs and Shaw? And also your opinion on the movie. It looks like a stupid movie to me. So I don't really have a good opinion. Hobbs and Shaw. Looks like he has about a 5-second role in a shitty, like, action movie. That's gonna make me want to puke on myself. Oh man, I almost had it. Oh my god, dude, oh Oh my god, this guy keeps giving me chances. Oh my god, I just gave it away to the guy. Unfucking believable. I gave him another penalty shot. Oh my god, dude. Penalty shot world. Shoot it. Wow. I just hit the wrong button by accident while I was trying to figure something out. And then left the net for the guy. That was stupid as hell. Just stand in the middle, man. Just stand in the middle. That's all I had to do. Wow, missed the whole net, huh? This game's pissing me off. Gamer Dave, thanks for hosting me on Twitch. Yeah, Fast and the Furious movies make me want to hurt myself. Tokyo Drift. I hate those type of movies. Cool, man. That was sick, bro. We're like family, like, or whatever the fuck. Fucking ugh. You know it, like just bro guy movies like Fast and the Furious. It's like, nah. I hate bro. It's a bro guy movie to me. Sick, bro. How much nitrous do you put in that car? Yo, I'm gonna fuck your bitch. Like, I don't fucking even know what they say in those movies, but it just sounds like a bunch of macho weird shit. Wow, what a save. Bauer goes above his head like a bitch. Oh my god, dude. This fucking guy saves everything. Dude, my nose is itching like I just did cocaine or something. Oh, dude, the Cardinals are out of control right now. The Cardinals are killing it. The Dodgers and Cardinals and Yankees right now are just... Oh my god, dude. Tried for that glitch again. Oh my god, it won't go in. Oh my god. It's going in. Oh my god. He went for the glitch and he missed. It's not really a glitch, it's just a high percentage area now, you know? It's like nothing's really a glitch anymore. Oh my god, dude, what the fuck? Like, I needed to hit that so I could come back here. 11 seconds, like we're screwed now, you know? Unbelievable. Oh, I hope that guy's injured. Nice. Is he injured? Oh, come on. Give me that injury. At least he has to buy an injury card now. Joe, you need to get Mad at 20. It's better than Madden 19. The quarterback, it's faster. Yeah, I mean, maybe I might at some point when I save up some money, you know? I save up some money, I might get Madden eventually. I wish I had Grandma's girl. Did you know Grandma had a girl? I wish I had Grandma's girl. What is going on? We're not playing Diablo anymore, so I should probably turn that off. Drew Bar 100, what up, dude? Yeah, it's weird that Twitch is so dead. I don't know why Twitch is so dead. We used to have like parties on Twitch. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be back. I'll be back. Here, you can listen to a few minutes of Morning Madness while I figure this out. If you're a patron, you've already heard it. The following is content exclusively available for patrons only on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Thank you guys for supporting what I do.
You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show.
The Joe Cronin Show. Exclusively on Patreon.
You know, one thing that's always pissed me off, like right away I gotta get into this because it just drives me nuts. And I've noticed this more since living in this house and having more bills, like and more important bills, because I have a lot of important bills that have to be paid. And if they're not paid, like, I mean, you know, power gets shut off, you know what I mean, open immediately, and you're like, what the fuck is this? And you open it and it's just bullshit. But it sounds like it's a bill that you owe, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like, this is your last chance. You have a $230,000 house or whatever, and this is your last chance for us to qualify you for whatever the fuck. And you like, but for a while, you think it's a bill you owe, or you think it's something that you screwed up on. And here's the other thing: real bills look like this sometimes. So that's the other thing. So then there's actual bills that you might owe that look just like this, and it's hard to distinguish from them. And my thing is, I can't tell you how many times I thought a real bill was one of these, and I just threw it out. And then like 2 months later, they're like, yeah, you've never paid us, or yeah, you owe this money. And I'm like, oh shit, like I didn't even realize that you sent me a warning, because they're like, oh, we notified you in the mail. But it's like, dude, I just fucking thought that was another one of those bullshit mailings. Like, so it's like that's fucking up my actual life. Like, that I have to sit there and read like 9 letters very closely to figure out if it's real or not. And then some of them are like, oh, send in the money now, or you'll be shut off from like us contacting you about this. It's like, it's tricky, and it's like, wait. I don't owe any this. I don't need to do any of this. This is just bullshit. I don't know. I just feel like that should be illegal almost at this point, because it's like, I mean, I'm pretty fucking stupid, but at least I figured out like, oh yeah, this is, you know, whatever. So instead of, you know, being tricked into doing it, instead what happens is I'm tricked into discarding real bills, thinking that they're troll job bills or sales attempts like these are. And anybody older who's confused probably does sign up for this shit sometimes, because they're like, oh yeah, I should do that, or oh my god, why will I owe this money? Like, they'll be like, oh yeah, do you realize that if you don't get our insurance, that if something happens to your car, you're gonna owe $200 something? Instead of owing $200 a month, call us now, and it will only be $5 a month from us. And it makes it sound like it's something you're already paying. So call us now, and we'll turn that bill into $5. So if there's anybody stupid as shit out there, they're going to call. And that's what they count on. But instead, they got a different type of stupid in me that gets overwhelmed with quantities of things that are just everywhere. And I just get all confused. Like, what the fuck? Like, the next thing you know, like, I thought my water bill was, for like 4 months, I thought my water bill was one of those. And I didn't pay it. And I just got the bills today that was like, you know, where have you been? What are you doing? And I'm like, I didn't know this was really the water bill. The fact the water bill looks like fake. It really does. I had to call the town to figure out, like, is this really the water bill? Because this looks like a fake bill. And they're like, yeah, that's us. That's your bill number. I'm like, okay. That's why I haven't paid you. Because this thing looks like a fucking 8-year-old wrote it. But anyway. How are all you guys doing out there? In radio land or podcast land? It's podcast. It's a podcast behind a paywall. Morning Madness. I love, you know, there's always these videos of mothers who, like, beat up a criminal who was going to steal their car. What's up with all these criminals who are going to steal people's cars with their kids in the back? It's fucking weird. Like, you don't take a look to see if the kid's in the back. I mean, I know criminals are scumbag idiots probably anyway, but it's like a lot of guys stealing a car or stealing something, they don't want to, like, steal a kid, I wouldn't think. So you'd think they'd take a look in the back. Like, let's not abduct a kid. But yeah, there's another one here. I'm going to click on the thing and see if it comes up here. Let's see. Oh, it was a Fortnite commercial. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this guy's a mask on, too. Where's the video of this? Where is the video of this? Wait, there's 3 guys? This has to be like Brazil or something, right? This can't be from here. A young mother heroically fought off 3 armed attackers who tried to steal her car while her 3-year-old son was in the back seat. Jesus. Oh, this is an Audi that's $55,000. Jesus. No wonder they tried to steal it. Birmingham, England, I guess. One of the men was armed with a crowbar and demanded the keys to the vehicle. But Amy refused to hand them over and bravely fought off the attack. The men were filmed wrestling with Amy, but she managed to shove them away before they fled the scene in a waiting getaway car. Yeah, see, they didn't want to hurt anybody. They just wanted to take the car.
Pour me a beer. You've got a new subscriber.
Oh, yeah.
Give it to me.
Diamond Avid, thanks for subbing to the channel. We're done with the Smackdown review, and now I'm just playing some games. Smackdown review ended. You can rewind this stream and watch Smackdown review from earlier. Yeah. Who's the top guy? Soundwave? Soundwave's got the top donation of the stream. And keeping the stream going. Top. What else? We got... Yeah, we're good. Okay. Fuck me.
Yes, sir.
What's been up?
So what?
What's been up?
Other than my dick, I don't know.
That's so...
I'm just waiting. What?
That's early 20s.
So
That's definitely an early 20s teen joke.
Yeah, well, guess my age.
20.
18.
Yep. Boom. My buddy used to say that all the time, but I haven't been friends with him since I was 16, so... But you know what? I still say it. And I'm just giving you shit, because it's funny.
Wow, you call that giving shit?
Yeah.
Alright. Have you played this yet since the update?
No, what's up with the update? I didn't even get an update. Unless something updated while I wasn't...
Yeah, I didn't get one either, which was weird. But they like retextured the map and redesigned.
I see this like this.
Added a few more buildings.
This screen is different. Like I noticed that. I was like, that's different. There's like a weird background.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pro Mods is good. Yeah, it's Michael Keane in the chat. It's him. He can actually kill people.
Yeah, I'm not that fucking. I just won a game right before I fucking invited you.
Nice.
So. You should see what they did to the school. It looks fucking whack.
Really? What the fuck?
Looks so
How about
different.
instead of doing that, they actually like make the game not glitch every second? I guess we gotta go to school. Probably everyone's gonna go there.
I feel like it runs a little smoother.
Oh, really? Okay, well, that's good. It does look smoother right now, even in the plane. Wow, it looks different. Wow, you jump out different, kinda. I don't know, it looks different to me, but maybe it's bullshit still. Nothing's loading yet. Oh yeah, school hasn't even loaded yet for me. I'm looking at an empty field right now. We got bad guys with us though. And there's school. Atlanta, yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna be last to this shit. Oh cool, pills and a scope. That'll help me kill nobody. That's me. Is that you running?
Kinda. I don't know if those were the people that landed with us that jumped or...
Yeah, I feel like they jumped and like grabbed a car or something.
I'm about to go down in there.
Well, let's go check it out. Fuck
Check
it.
it out.
Yeah, this...
Oh yeah, they're still here. They're still here. What the fuck? Oh, there's someone right in the gym. There's one, two, the other way as well.
Someone's coming. Above us. There, that's on the roof. That's a guy on the roof. I'm gonna watch the door. That guy's on the roof. He's looting on the roof.
Let's go get him.
I don't know where he is. I can't see him. Must be around the corner. Oh, he's behind me. Right here. Where the hell was he? Wow, where the fuck was he? Did I run by him? Did anyone else see him? Jesus.
It's probably fucking sitting behind the wall, looking in third person.
I feel like it was like... I mean, he might have been hiding on the right side of there, but... Wow, alright. That was weird. Yeah, Twitch is like, I only have 10 people watching on Twitch. It's fucking weird. It's a dead night, man. People want to go to bed. I think I want to go to bed. Where's Matt? Yeah, I don't know. I hit up Troy earlier, but I think he's banging somebody.
Yeah. He's having a threesome with his roommate and his cat.
His buddy Tyler, he's hitting him up.
That just sounds like a gay name.
I felt like that game was like loaded weird, like it never loaded right. I can already feel how the game like is different.
I don't know. I think it's almost the same loading, but the graphics are definitely better.
Yeah, it looks they look better, but it looks like it's moving slower for me.
Oh no, I did load that pretty slow though. I don't know why. I loaded it fine in the other games.
Still not even in the plane. Wow, this is a fucking mess. I guess they're going there again.
You want? Joe, when are you doing your predictions video for All Out?
Probably gonna talk about it on Out of Nowhere tomorrow night, but then I'll probably do a separate video on like Thursday.
I wonder who's gonna be in the women's battle royal though. They have like 10 people that haven't announced.
There's a lot of people in here. I mean, there's like a city of people in here. I wonder if Melina will be in it. I know she's talking to WWE right now. Wow, the building still isn't loaded.
Fucking Piper's daughter's gonna
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I don't know what her fucking name is. That's me shooting.
Got a piece of that guy.
Wow, I got flashed. Oh my god, I'm getting raped.
No, no! You walked in front of me, I shot you in the dick. He's coming. The other guy got me. He's coming to the right. Nice job. I only got a piece of him. I never got to shoot anybody. I went for the DP. We've got to have a couple more maybe in the school.
Those are like my
We've got a new Twitch follower. Hell yeah, take my pants off.
How about we not drop the fucking helmet? How about that? This guy really didn't have anything.
There's a first aid kit over there, like 160.
Okay, cool. I just took the Red Bull, or whatever you call it now. Yeah, this is totally different looking. I thought there'd be one up here.
Right there. Also, so when you're using bandages, like they don't cancel after each one, like they'll continue to go.
Oh, really?
So you don't have to, like, yeah. Pretty nice, I guess.
I haven't heard anybody else in here. But I mean, there was a lot of people in and around us.
I have no ammo, so hope you don't run into anyone.
I'm okay for a little battle if we need to, but...
You need a level 2 bag or not?
Oh yeah, I don't even have a bag on me. I thought I grabbed a bag. What the fuck?
There's There's one right here, second floor. There's also level 2 best in the same room.
Yeah, school looks like they put some more like color into it and shit. But I'm like glitching here, like it's like weird. Like what the fuck? I would have rather the game look like shit and move better. This is weird. There's an M16 over here if you don't have a gun, and a shotgun I dropped. Oh man, this is weird. There's like a stutter now in the game. Finally a backpack. And then if I run, it like keeps running. That's weird.
What do you mean it keeps running?
Like there's like a delay a little bit. Like if I run, it's like you don't just stop. Like, yeah.
When you let go of it?
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like that kind of makes sense, so you gotta slow down a little bit.
Yeah, it's just weird. Something's not normal. That's apartments probably.
There's a level 2 helmet over here. Yeah.
Imagine if your backpack got damaged like your other stuff. And it like fucking fell off if it got damaged. That would be fucking enraging.
Yeah, I don't think I'd play this game anymore.
I just thought about that and I was like, oh yeah. They better never do that. Is this my vest from earlier? Yep. And this is so weird. There's like shit flying around in the wind out here. You can see it. It's so weird. That is so bizarre. Alright, see you, DP.
Don't take damage.
Would you just jump out of that building? Wow, there's stuff flying around in the breeze. This is so weird.
Red zone. Wanna go right, Mark?
Yeah, let's get out of here. Have you tried out zombie mode yet? Is there a zombie mode in this now? Whoa.
I think that was... I thought zombie mode was...
PC.
Mobile.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know if it's on PC or not.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
someone's been here.
Oh yeah, doors are open here. Doors are all open. Across the street.
Probably long gone.
It looks like it. Left behind some goodies though.
Oh, they're at the next group of houses. I saw one.
What, the ones over the field there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wanna go get him?
I guess if there's two of them, yeah. Oh yeah, it's a 2-on-2. I was thinking there was like 4 people. Oh, we get someone coming. That seems like it's behind us.
It's way up on that. 215.
Just going up on the roof real quick. That's the hill too. I'm a ways away from you still. Oh. Wow, yeah, there's so much more detail in this map right now. Looks like the foliage is growing more and shit. Looks more like the other map, the newer one they'd made a while that was small.
What about it?
Which building are they in? You see him?
No, I mean, I don't. It might have moved for all I know.
Yeah, they might have taken off. I don't.
Do you need any guns?
No, I could use some ammo and some like grenades and health and stuff, but I don't see them leaving behind that stuff. Left the bandages here.
What ammo are you looking for?
45 and 5.56. Mostly need a scope. Oh, there's a. Oh, these are all level 1s. Fucking bunch of level 1 backpacks. Yeah, dude. Music. I'll definitely play Halo 5 and stuff with you, dude. That's awesome. Try to hit me up on Xbox. I'll add you and just remind me that you play Halo 5. In any Halo, because I'll play a lot of Halo here or there. I guess they probably went to the next group of houses, which are the yellow ones over there.
Yeah, probably.
Did they change those too? Are those colored now?
I haven't been to them yet. I only played like 3 games.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
They were yellow.
Let's head this way.
Oh yeah, they're right. Those are colored. That's
Yeah, they were always just all yellow buildings.
I wonder if all those like yellow-looking houses that have the same design are colored like
I see them going for that package out there. But we don't have scopes, so I don't want to go near that. They probably have crazy scopes.
Where do you see that at?
About 320 in the middle of the field before the houses, to the right of the houses on the field. Guys are all running to it.
I'm gonna fire. Oh, I hit him.
Oh, that was you, okay. Where are they? Oh, you hit the package? Oh, I don't have a scope, so I didn't even bother.
I have a fucking 2x scope, bro. I'm still hitting his ass. I'll hit him
Oh,
again.
wow. I'll run in over on the side here.
I wish I had the fucking 8x, not a 2x. But
Yeah, those houses are all colorful. That's so funny. Where are they? They still at the package?
I'm moving up with you. I gotta get.
They threw down smoke, so they gotta be freaked.
My guess is they threw down smokes and ran to the houses.
Yep. They must have a pretty good weapon.
That'll be our new weapon.
I'm just worried that I can't get close enough before they start sniping me.
Guess let's try to clear a building at a time or something.
I threw a
Or tell them
I
which
threw a
one
stun
they're
grenade across.
in. Me come in the door. Maybe they didn't run to the houses. Must have ran somewhere else.
There's tons of 5.56 in this house.
Can you spare some of that?
SKS. No, they might be here. Oh, they ran away the other way. But either way, they might be here.
I'm gonna check the thing. I know it's probably fucking. Yeah. They probably ran in the ruins.
Yep. Still 53 people left. Oh, it's all foggy in there too. Fuck.
And the whole map's getting fucking foggy.
This is some scary shit, dude, right here.
Well, it's gonna be even scarier when we go on this fucking mountain.
Oh, we gotta get out of here. Fuck.
This mountain's about to be a bloodbath.
Yeah. There's 51 people alive. Yeah, let's hit the mountain, bro.
Don't shoot till you see the white in their eyes.
I'll run right into it.
Might be at these houses right up here.
Yep. Probably those houses right there. I don't see them, but probably there.
There's a door open right there. Not in here.
Oh, there they are. They're running way away. Down the road. On the last house at the end. They're looking at me. Now they're circling back.
Oh no, they're coming this way. They're coming this way.
Yep, I'm gonna make them think I don't see them. Here they come. They're gonna be coming up left, probably, going around back. They probably think we're in the houses now.
They're like behind that red house.
Yeah, they probably think we're in the house now. They circled back definitely to try to kill us. Keep an eye out. I'm looking behind us. I don't see anybody. Oh, someone else is shooting at him.
We'll shoot their part of this shit in a minute. Odd.
They killed 2 other people. I shot them too. Did they kill?
You wanna push?
Sure if you want. They're pretty good. You go one way, I'll go the other. Oh, fuck, we'll just both go that way.
There's one right here I knocked. I don't know where the second one is.
There is! There he is!
Oh. You walked.
I walked right in front of you. Oh, fuck me. That does blow. I let you kill me, basically, and then he killed you while he fucking in his fucking... Fuck me.
Dude, they both got fucking guilty.
Yeah. I didn't realize that. I didn't see them in those. It might have been the other people. Those fucking bastards. They killed those other two guys, too. God damn it. Holy hell. The Villain, thanks for the follow, bro. Villain X on Twitch. Elias. Alright. I'm gonna call it a night. Michael Cock. You have a good night, baby.
Joe Cockin.
Joe Cockin. Good night, sexy. Good night, Michael Key.
Joe Hawk.
I can't believe it's breaking me apart inside. Imagine that was a song. I can't believe it. Anyway, what's up, man? Thank you guys for watching tonight. Thanks for being patrons. And I'll see you on another Morning Madness tomorrow on Patreon. And we'll have the Honestly podcast coming with Tommy. And me and my wife's Till Death Do Us podcast. Me and Lee are going to record another one. Tomorrow night is out of nowhere. Look for some games. Look for some, not games, some videos tomorrow here on the Joe Crone channel too. And I still can't upload Uncorrupted, so you won't see anything there. But you'll see some other shit. NXT TakeOver UK, we're going to talk about that. And Saturday I'll be watching it, reviewing it probably. And then after that, it's the AEW review. Good night. And hope you guys can support this channel on Patreon. And hit me up on Twitch, twitch.tv/JoeCronenJCS. Hit me up on Twitter at CorruptedPod, Corrupted P-O-D. Corrupted Pod on Twitter, and subscribe and follow all my stuff. That's all listed down below in the description box. And shout out to all the people who have become $25 a month producers of the channel, who went above and beyond, way above and beyond, including Talk to Me Nice. Talk to Me Nice became a $25 producer level, and Guz617. Thank you guys as always, and yeah, good night. See you tomorrow.